It's time for the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative, online at quiver.com.
And good evening and welcome to Bowling Green High School. Mark Froelich, April Froelich here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth, getting ready for a doubleheader, both rematches from the Bowling Green tournament from last week, as Van Far comes in to visit the Bowling Green Bobcats tonight. The ladies game first, and that's a rematch of the championship semifinal from the Bowling Green tournament, a game that Bowling Green won by 9 over the Van Far Lady Indians. And then later on tonight, a rematch of the men's championship game as the Indians come in looking for a little revenge on the Bowling Green Bobcats after Clay O'Dade and the Bobcats defeated Van Far to dethrone them as Bowling Green tournament champions. So it's an exciting rematch. You know, it's always exciting when Van Far and Bowling Green get together, but a little added a little added touch tonight as that championship rematch happens just 5 days after the original championship.
That long?
Yeah, right? Yeah, I was talking with somebody earlier. We may as well build beds or bunk beds up here, because we basically lived in this gym for about 2.5 weeks now, and had a little respite down at the Jake on Monday. Did some ball games down there, and that was interesting. We changed positions down there, moved across the gym, and really I love the perspective from that side. Plus, I got to listen to the Ellsbury fans, which we'll talk more about that as we go along when we visit with the head of officials for Misha, Don Maurer.
And how pretty is that floor at Louisiana?
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous.
The Bulldog. The
trademark.
Yeah,
the trademarked Bulldog, yeah. Hey, before we get too far into this, Monday, Jaylee Jennings just missed out on her 1,000th point during the Bowling Green tournament. Well, Van Far was back in action on Monday at home, and she got that shot to fall in, unfortunately, a loss to Montgomery County. But to do it in front of the home fans, that was pretty special for her and for the Van Far fans alike. And we're going to take a look at this. It's actually in the third quarter of that game against Montgomery. Jaylee had just missed a free throw, gotten her own rebound, put the ball back up. It didn't go down, but she was fouled again on the play, and that's where we join the action from Monday night at Van Far High School, as Jaylee put up the shot and scored her 1,000th point, much to the delight of Jason Orr and the Van Far student section down there. So congratulations to Jaylee, and thanks to Coach Kelly Borchard for sharing that footage. I think she had some fourth graders doing it. That might explain the shakiness a little bit. They were
very excited.
Very excited, but to capture the moment and allowing us to share it here on TribCast tonight, a couple nights later, celebrating the 1,000th point. And of course, we had a 1,000th point during the Bowling Green tournament, and that was for Gabby Dieters, as she scored in the final minute a shot that actually put Bowling Green ahead at the time. She went on to sink a few more free throws in that ball game in the final minute, but we all know how that one turned out, as Clompton got that last second shot from Taylor Akers to win the ball game. So it's that time of year. You know, we have the milestones, and then we have to say goodbye to some of our favorite players.
Yes.
As the season is drawing toward district play and state tournament action, and that means, unfortunately, the end of another basketball season. But we'll ramp up our coverage, and while we do that, we've noticed a lot changing with the way games are called by the officials, and we're going to have that video with Don Maurer, the head of officiating for the Missouri State High School Activities Association, after this, as we continue on the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
The 10th season of TribCast basketball on the peoplestribune.com is brought to you in part by Cole Chiropractic Center, Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Lumber Company, by Lynn's Heritage House, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and by Pike County Title Company. More high school basketball is coming up, celebrating 10 years of champions. This is TribCast. If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
If you buy electricity from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, you're more than a customer. You're a member too. What does that mean? It means you have a say in how things run. It means you have equity in Quiver River when there's money left after expenses each year. It means that helping you save electricity is important because we're in this together. It means you have more than safe, reliable energy. You have power. You have people. Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those they serve. CUIVRE.com.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
And welcome back to Bowling Green High School, just about 10 minutes away from the start here between the Bowling Green Lady Cats and the Van Far Lady Indians. And this season we've noticed a renewed emphasis on basic foul calls and violations. After conversations with some of our coaches and state officials, Misha has shared a series of videos from Don Maurer. He's the Misha coordinator of basketball officials. These videos are to educate players, coaches, officials, and fans of what action constitutes a call and how players can legally perform a play. Over the next few broadcasts and as new videos become available, TribCast is going to share these clips to better understand calls ourselves and for you to help you do that as well. The calls that are being made and hopefully lessen argument with calls and create a cleaner game. Here's the first video in the series from the head of officials, Don Maurer.
The first clip we have demonstrates a blocking foul. Number 11 in white drives towards the basket. The defender, number 50 in gray, is unable to maintain a legal guarding position and initiates contact that interferes with the ball handler's move to the basket, resulting in a foul being called by the official. The official stops play as soon as illegal contact occurs, leaving no doubt about the infraction. In this case, the defender must move his feet quicker or must give up more space to the ball handler in order to avoid illegal contact and the foul. The second clip illustrates displacement by a post player. Number 31 in white establishes position in the post, and the defender, number 1 in red, is forced to play behind him. When the pass goes into the offensive player, note that some contact takes place, but no illegal advantage is gained, so no call is made. Things change when the offensive player begins to make a move into the lane. The defender moves forward into the offensive player, creating illegal contact. The official correctly signals a foul when the contact occurs. The defender pleads that his arms were straight up, which may be true, but he moved into the offensive player's space, making illegal contact, and committed a foul by displacing the offensive player. The third clip illustrates an example of the popular Euro step. Number 2 in gray receives the outlet pass and heads up the floor. Note the official getting ahead of the play in order to stay up with the action. As number 2 drives to the basket, 25 in white steps in, forcing the ball handler to alter his path to the basket. The ball handler makes a legal move to avoid the defender and gets to the basket to complete the play. The defender, who never established a legal guarding position, commits a foul by making contact with number 2, who is in the act of shooting. A good offensive move and the correct call by the official results in a possible three-point play. Clip number 4 and 5 will cover screening. This first one, number 4, is a good illustration of how the player violates the rule of being stationary. The player, number 30 in white jersey, is setting a screen outside the visual field of the defender, and he does allow for the defender to take one normal step backwards. However, the screener does not remain stationary and commits a foul as he moves forward and initiates the contact with the defender. This is a good call by the official. Our last clip is a good example of a player violating the provision of giving the opponent that one normal step backward without contact when setting a screen outside the visual field of a defender. Number 2 in the dark jersey does not provide enough space for the defender to take one step before the contact occurs. He also leans into the defender to impede his movement. Another example of a good call by the official. In this case, a great job was done by this crew at being consistent on both ends of the floor in regard to illegal screens.
Thank you, Don. And what I found most interesting was the clip from Jefferson City, the belly bump. We see that more often, I think, than anything really illustrated in that video, where the player has their hands straight up in the air and they're outraged when a foul is called, but they get that belly bump going to the back of the player and change their course, their natural course.
Obviously, it happens more often in boys than in girls, but men very much use their chest and belly.
And yeah, that was definitely, I mean, it was below the chest. I mean, he had a little bit of belly, and he used it to his advantage, and it was a sharp eye by the officials in that one to call that foul.
It's not just the hands.
Yeah, but hand checking has been real big this year, as well as we've seen the lane violations on free throws called a lot this year. Last year they were cracking down on carrying the ball and traveling. This year it's been mostly the hand checking and the lane violations that have been the big two. And we'll watch more of those videos over the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, and as they become available, like I said. Let's take a quick break here on the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame. We'll have your starting lineups after this on the peoplestribune.com.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Astro and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Pike County Hospice provides specialized high-quality care and support to patients and their families facing a life-limiting illness. We offer love, hope, and dignity at the end of life by offering a team approach consisting of physicians, skilled nurses, social workers, spiritual counselors, home health aides, and volunteers. We provide respite care for family and loved ones and offer 24-hour-a-day access to a hospice team. Pike County Hospice reduces financial stress on families and provides bereavement care to loved ones.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
And welcome back. Getting ready for Bowling Green and Van Far. Doubleheader here on a Thursday, and it's time for tonight's Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out all their services at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department, home health and hospice, caring for our communities.
All right, and for the visiting Van Far Lady Indians, it'll be number 1, Jordan Garner, starting tonight. She's a 5'7" senior. 5'3" freshman, number 10, Devin Keller. 5'8" freshman, number 21, Haley Baskett. 5'10" senior, number 23, Jaylee Jennings. And 5'3" sophomore, number 24, Panna Conaway. So again, for Van Far, it will be Garner, Keller, Baskett, Jennings, and Conaway. And for the home Bowling Green Lady Cats, it'll be number 3, Briley Sparks. She is a 5'6" freshman. Number 11, Madeline Norton, a 5'7" junior. Number 22, Kinley Charlton. She's a 5'11" junior. 6'1" senior. Number 23, Caitlin Billhartz. And rounding it out is number 33, Gabby Dieters, a 5'10" senior. So again, for Bowling Green, it'll be Sparks, Norton, Charlton, Billhartz, and Dieters.
And those are your Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups for this ball game. Check out all the services they offer at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department, home Health and Hospice, caring for our communities. We'll have our La Crosse Lumber Company opening tip in just a couple minutes. It's Van Far and Bowling Green from Bowling Green High School, and it's coming up next here on thepeoplestribune.com.
This is TribCast, celebrating 10 years of champions. High school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Sidney Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, by La Crosse Lumber Company, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Community State Bank, by Young Enterprises Incorporated, the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, B&B Automotive, Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling, Cellular and Satellite Center, by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Bit Beat Funeral Homes LLC and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana, by County Markets of Vandalia in Louisiana, Cole Chiropractic Center, Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Lumber Company, by Lynn's Heritage House, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and by Pike County Title Company. Now, coverage of high school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper, celebrating 10 years of high school sports. This is TribCast.
And Van Far has been introduced, Bowling Green being introduced to this nice crowd, kind of a split crowd as they're doing JV games down the hall in the middle school gymnasium. So maybe by the end of the night we'll have everyone in here. But the boys playing down the hall right now, JV, and then the girls at the conclusion of this game, and vice versa. We'll have boys to round out the night over here. And it's time for our opening tip, brought to you by La Crosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. La Crosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. As they play the fight song, Pom's not here, but the cheerleaders doing the dance on the baseline to our right. And the centers, or the jumpers, shake hands. Gabby Dieters will take on Jaylee Jennings for the opening toss of this ball game. Again, this was a 9-point championship semifinal at the Bowling Green tournament last week. Fight song in the books. And the referee will come in from the near side and throw up our La Crosse Lumber Company opening tip. Mark Fronick, April Fronick here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth, and we are underway as Dieters wins it back to Norton. Madeline Norton across the line. Very deliberately for Bowling Green. She goes to the far side for Kinley Charlton. Charlton back up for Norton. Surveys the scene, back to Charlton. Up top again. Now they lay it up for Bill Hart's back. Three-pointer from the top of the key. Norton is short. Dieters comes away with the rebound, and they'll reset. To Bill Hart's at the free throw line. Gets it to Gabby Dieters. Over to Kinley Charlton. Her shot from the baseline is good. Bowling Green takes a 2-0 lead here in the early going. Jaylee Jennings. Two players in frame there, just scoring their 1,000th point in the last week. Setting her side for Haley Basket. She's a freshman, and the ball is stolen away. Up the floor and to the near side for Madeline Norton. That shot from the middle of the lane's no good. Rebound, Dieters comes away with it. How did she arch her back like that? Here's Bill Hartz with the return shot, no good. Tips up the rebound, and Sparks picks it up. They'll reset, long three. Dieters, good. Gabby Dieters makes it 5-0 Bowling Green. To the near side for Devin Keller. Into the corner for Jaylee Jennings. Jennings back to Keller, and she'll take it back up top. To the near side for Jennings. Her three is off the mark, misses everything, and is saved by Garner, but right to Norton on the far side. The way she was standing, she looked just like Briley. Here's Bill Hartz, free throw line. Far corner now for Charlton, lays it in for Dieters. Dieters back to the free throw line. Bill Hartz puts up a shot and scores. All Bowling Green here in the opening minutes. Basket over to the far side. Conaway now back up top for Jennings. To the baseline. Basket has trouble with it and scoops it to Devin Keller. Now Sparks. 3 freshmen in a dog pile there, and it's a tie-up. It'll stay with Van Far with 5:40 to play. They did say tie-up. It should be, yeah. Bowling Green won the opening tip. And that's what Coach Kelly Borchert came out to say. And you had 2 people in the middle of the scorer's table pointing opposite directions. But the right call now, as Keller will inbound. Got to find somebody, gets it to Jaylee Jennings in the near corner. Bounce pass through Jordan Garner. Conaway had it for a moment, and then it's picked up by Charlton. Kinley hands it off to Gabby Dieters, already with 3 points in this ballgame. To the near side from Madeline Norton. Norton. She's on the run to the far corner for Charlton. Skips it near side for Briley. Sparks shot. Off the glass, no good. Basket the rebound for Van Far. Still 7-0 in favor of the Lady Cats. Here's Keller. Ran into a double team. Gives it back to Jaylee Jennings. Now for Keller on the near point. Garner back to Jennings. Just not much room there right now. Basket along 2. That shot no good. Bill Hart's the rebound. She'll hand it off for Norton. 3 minutes gone here in the first. Bill Hart's to the hoop and in. Caitlin Bill Hart's with 2 more. Near side, Keller. To Jennings, her shot. Off the mark. Rebound off of Bill Hart's. No, they said off of Van Far, off a basket for Van Far. Back to Bowling Green. 4:28 to play. First quarter action here from Bowling Green High School. 9-0 Lady Cats lead. So they're up by the same 9 points they won by in the semifinal. Back up top for Norton. Lob pass Bill Hart's. Over to Charlton. Her shot from the baseline is good. Kinley Charlton puts Bowling Green up by double figures. Van Far still looking for their first point. They're going to have to drive in on Bowling Green at some point. Here's Garner up against Bill Hart's. Now into a double team and a foul whistled against the post for the Bobcats. Caitlin Bill Hart's. Past the midway point of the first, still no points for Van Far as that one's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Van Far. Knockout there by Gabby Dieters. Sparks out and into the ball game for the first time, Morgan Billings. Keller needs to get it in. Got it to basket. Back to Jaylee Jennings. She steps inside 3. Her shot is no good, and Dieters the rebound for the Lady Cats. Gabby crosses over, head of steam, floats through the lane and scores. Gabby Dieters with 2 more. Offensively, things just too easy for Bowling Green. And they're giving Van Far fits on the defensive end. Here's a 3. That one by Jennings is no good. Dieters all alone for the rebound.
Van Far has been having trouble in that first period. They improved steadily through the game.
That shot no good. Put back. And that one's good for Morgan Billings.
They're going to have to figure out something
quick, or they're going to be out of this game. It's already borderline.
Well, that's pretty much how it was in the third place game. The first period sealed the deal.
Here's a 3 for Jordan Garner. That's about a foot off. And the rebound to Gabby Dieters. Dieters going to slow things up. Get it back to Norton. Over to the far side for Kinley Charlton. Charlton back for Madeline Norton. Conaway out to defend. To the far side for Charlton. She moves past basket. Across the baseline. We're going to have a foul on Jordan Garner. No? Out of bounds is what they called. And a timeout taken by Van Far. 2:33 to go in the first. They trail Bowling Green 15-0 here in the early going on TribCast.
B&B Automotive, home of the $25 oil change up to 5 quarts of oil, is an ASE certified inspection station and offers complete automotive service at a very reasonable rate. Family owned and operated, B&B features low tire prices with many brands to choose from. Stop by or call B&B Automotive in Bowling Green, 573-470-8170.
B&B Automotive, 812 West Main in Bowling Green.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Shucard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, new and used equipment, parts and service, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Pass tipped away from Elise Jensen. It'll stay with Van Far. 2:23 to go in the first quarter. They've yet to score. Really, 2.5 to go, and that inbound pass is stolen by Morgan Billings. Here's Dieters for 3, off the mark. And saved, but out of bounds is the call. Just couldn't get enough air on that.
They're being out-rebounded. St. Far's being out-rebounded 10-1.
And that's an area that actually we're pretty good in the tournament. Elise Jensen gets it to Jordan Garner, now back for Jaylee Jennings. Skip past to the far side, through the hands of Conaway. She recovers. Gets it back to Haley Basket. To Jensen, she's blocked by Kinley Charlton out of bounds. It'll stay with Bowling Green with 1:50 to go. They can't even get a look.
Basically, how they're being out-rebounded is
they're being out of everything at this point. Bowling Green doing a really nice job at both ends of the floor. Jennings to Jordan Garner. Back to Jaylee Jennings. Here's a good look, and that one's good. Jaylee Jennings with a 3 to get Van Far on the board and cut the deficit to 12. 1:37 to play in the first. To the near side. Billings up top and around to Twelman into the ball game. Excuse me, Olivia Niemeyer. And there's a walk as Madeline Norton had to readjust ever so slightly and picks up the violation for the travel. Garner inbounds to Jennings in the backcourt for the Indians. Here's Jaylee Jennings to the free throw line for Jordan Garner. Garner to the hoop, no, but a foul. That's going to be the second on Bill Hartz, and that, I think, is the only way. You got to get Bill Hartz in trouble, foul trouble. She's got 2.
The only 2 fouls of the game so far.
And that's with, you got to drive.
Right.
Make her make a foul. And the first shot is good. And 4 straight points for the Lady Indians. Now 12 men into the ball game, as well as Kinley Charlton back in for Bowling Green as Bill Hartz and Niemeyer take a seat. And the second shot for Jordan is good. And it's a 10-point game. Here's Madeline Norton. As Dieters running. And out of bounds was Gabby Dieters when she accepted that pass. Got the heel over the line.
Couldn't tiptoe.
Well, she got thrown off because that pass was, the first pass was supposed to be for her, and it was intercepted by her teammate, Grace Twellman. Here's Jensen to Jennings. Now for Garner. That shot is no good, and the rebound tied up. And it'll stay with, or go to Bowling Green on the alternating arrow. Here come the Lady Cats again, up by 10 in the final 20 seconds of the first quarter. So a good response by Van Far, but they need to keep that going. I want to see a good game. To the baseline, they lob it in. Grace Twellman back up top for Madeline Norton. Norton floater through the lane, good. That breaks the string of 5 straight points for Van Far. It increases the lead to a dozen after the first 8 minutes. 17-5, Bowling Green leads Van Far here in the first quarter of a doubleheader on the peoplestribune.com.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
Scoring after one quarter brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken Feeds, Ask-Grown DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
All right, for Van Far, Jaylee Jennings has 3. She got that at the 1:45 mark of the first, and then Jordan Garner had a couple of free throws. And for Bowling Green, it's 5 points for Gabby Dieters to lead things, 4 points for Bill Hartz, 4 for Charlton, and 2 for Madeline Norton.
Everyone shows up after the first quarter. Garner tied up, and it'll go to Bowling Green. All right. Glad everyone's comfortable. Norton back up the floor. Ooh, almost carried the ball. Bounce pass down to the baseline. That 8-footer is good for Kinley Charlton. 4-0 run to end the first and start the second. Here's Jensen. Back to Jennings for 3. High arcing 3 is a little bit short. And the rebound tracked in the corner. Off of Norton to Dieters, back to Norton. And here comes Bowling Green up 19-5. To the far side, they get it to Dieters. Her shot off the glass is good. So strong. (21-5). Jensen to Jennings. Back to Elise Jensen. Cut off from the baseline, and that ball knocked around back to Jaylee Jennings. Jaylee to Haley Basket. Good spin move, and is fouled as she goes up for the shot. And Haley Basket, the 5'8" freshman, will shoot a pair.
This whistle on Kinley Charlton. That's her first, team's third.
And the first shot is good. (21-6). And the second shot good as well. 21-7, a 14-point Bowling Green lead. Minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. That's right, there is only a JV boys game. There is no JV girls game. There is no JV Van Far team for the girls this year.
Yep.
That shot off the mark, and the rebound tracked in the far corner by Devin Keller for Van Far.
She's so fun to watch.
Basket from the baseline is good. A freshman connection there.
Basket gets a basket.
Why not just name her Longaberger? Maybe that's her middle name.
I don't think so.
Up top for Niemeyer, gets it back to Norton. Easter, maybe?
That'd be funner.
That shot off the glass is good. I don't think we saw it, but it was good for Niemeyer. Shot from the far side. That's good. Devin Keller with 2. 23-11. And a timeout taken by Bowling Green. 5:09 to go in the first half. Bowling Green leads Van Far on TribCast.
Hello, this is Mary Millen from Community State Bank of Missouri. Some financial institutions make you go through a lot of red tape to get a loan. At Community State Bank, we try to keep things simple. When you talk with us, you're talking to the people who make decisions. Next time you need a loan for whatever reason, come see us. You'll be glad you did. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, equal housing lender.
23-11. Our score here in the second quarter. Bowling Green will have the ball after the timeout. So a little pushback from Van Far here in the second quarter, but they need a lot more.
Yep, 4 straight points from Haley Basket, couple from Devin Keller.
And here's Briley Sparks in the backcourt. Gets it to Grace Twellman. Twellman to the near side for Madeline Norton. Van Far amped up the pressure a little bit there, but the Lady Cats able to handle it. Here's Kinley Charlton. Making some room, got her own rebound. No, 2 tip-ups. That shot no good. Another tip-up. Sparks gets the rebound. Here's Norton. That shot no good, or the pass intercepted, was tipped and intercepted. Now a foul on Norton as Keller ran through. .430 to play. Student section starting to fill up too. Of course, Bowling Green still has the win for Walker hashtag on the wall. Walker Johnson, the student who unfortunately had the serious medical scare at the school. And they're still trying to raise money for help pay for his hospitalization recovery. From the free throw line, here's Charlton to the near side for Niemeyer. Niemeyer moves to the middle, but she's called for a travel. Here's Jennings to the basket. No. Jaylee got it back to the free throw line for Basket, and her shot's good. Haley Basket having herself a nice little night.
6 points so far.
Makes it 23-13, 10-point game. Bowling Green's led by as many as 15. Here's Dieters to the basket, and she can't finish. Garner the rebound. Van Far trying to cut this thing to single digits. Over to the far side, Basket from just inside 3. That's good. Haley Basket with 8 points. And the deficit is 8. This is something that Bowling Green has been susceptible to, is the run. Letting teams come back on them after they built a nice lead. We saw it before Christmas against Palmyra as that shot's in and out, and Jennings the rebound. Palmyra came from way back 15 down to beat Bowling Green here at home. It's the final game before Christmas. Here's basket. That one through Garner out of bounds, and you can see that 4 years of varsity sports have taken their toll on her. I'm sure she's ready for a break. Dieters over to the far side for Briley Sparks. Almost drug that foot. Looked like she did. Turnaround shot. Dieters is short, and the rebound pulled down by Basket over to Jennings. 2:15 to go in the first half. Garner back for Keller. The three ball is off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Dieters. Here comes Gabby. Weaving up the floor to Niemeyer for three, and that one's good. Olivia Niemeyer with the tray.
She has 5 points in this period.
Lead back to 11. Over to the far side. Here's Basket for three. That shot short. Fouls her rebound. Gets it back. Gets it to Garner. Jordan off the glass too hard. Rebound knocked around, and it's picked up by Keller, and Garner slow to get up. Here's Haley Basket, and she's fouled. Was that Euro step we saw in the pregame? I think it was a modified Euro step.
There you go. Basket already 2 for 2 from the line so far.
Minute 36 to play in the first half. State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime coming up as Haley hits the first. And the second shot is off the mark, and on the rebound, Garner fouls Bill Hartz. Slap that hand from behind.
That's her first.
We're down to a minute 36. Just trying to help. 26-16. Bowling Green lead is 10. Sparks to the near side for Twellman. Grace back out to Briley Sparks. Sparks between the circles to the behind the free throw line for Dieters. Now to Bill Hartz on the far point as they run a little clock here. So we approach the final minute of quarter number 2, and Briley lost the handle on it, and while she was trying to get that back, leaned forward a little too much. Into the ball game, Abigail Hunn for Van Far. She'll take Jordan Garner's spot. 58.5 seconds remain in the first half.
Been a fast half of basketball.
Only 7 total fouls called in the first half. That shot from just inside 3 off the mark for Hunn, out of bounds, and it'll stay with Van Far with 40 seconds even to play. Boys action coming up later on. Rematch of the Bowling Green Tournament Championship. Bounce pass. Jaylee Jennings, no. She was trying to angle for a foul, and Dieters bailed on it. Jensen grabs the loose ball with 32.5 seconds to go. Here's Haley Basket. Up top for Jaylee Jennings. Gets it to Haley Basket. Basket blocked by number 12 for the Lady Cats, Grace Twellman, the 5'11 freshman. They work it down. That shot is good. Madeline Norton with 2. Making a 12-point lead, down to 12 seconds to go here in the half. To the near side, Basket. She traveled. That gives it back to Bowling Green with a chance to add to their lead. 6.4 seconds to go. Then the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime. Here's Norton, down to 5 seconds. Twellman, free throw line. Bill Hartz, her shot a little flat. It hit the support above, and we're just going to call it a half. No basket at the end. 28-16, the Bowling Green lead after 2 quarters. Now they're going to Are they going to talk about it? It's definitely no basket. I wonder if they're going to put any time back on the clock. It would be Van Far ball with maybe a second left.
I think that's the situation.
They're going to put .4 on the clock. It's going to have to be a full court pass and a touch-up, and there's no one standing full court for Van Far.
There, Coach Borchard. Go, go, go.
That's it. We played 2 here at Bowling Green High School, and the Lady Cats a nice first quarter and have held most of that lead still intact. It's dropped down to as few as 8, but right now it's 12 as we head to the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime on thepeoplestribune.com.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone. Mid-America Auto and Towing. Complete automotive service. New and used tires with wholesale pricing. Mid-America Auto and Towing has a great line of used cars and trucks available with financing options for everyone. Buy here and pay here on select models at Mid-America Auto and Towing. Now at 15877 Highway 54 in Bowling Green across from the fairgrounds. Mid-America Auto and Towing.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. We're at work while your athletes are at play.
Have you been frustrated by slow internet available where you live? Great news! Now you have a choice. Viasat Internet has just rolled out brand new fast internet plans available in your area. Call your local internet expert, Cellular and Satellite Center today. Standard installation is free, and they can usually get you installed in 3 to 5 days. Don't put up with slow internet any longer. Call Cellular and Satellite Center at 573-324-3722. Terms and restrictions apply. See Viasat.com for details.
It's time for the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And we played 2 quarters here at Bowling Green High School. The Lady Cats open up a huge lead in the first quarter, allow Van Far to come back a little bit, but buckled down there in the final 30 seconds to extend this back to a 12-point lead. After 2 quarters, we still have boys varsity action later on tonight. What are your thoughts on the first 2 quarters of this one?
Well, just as I had mentioned, Van Far had a rough first quarter. They've just been slow to start in the past several games. They improved greatly throughout the game, but they get in such a hole right off the bat that it's really hard to work out of, and that's what they've done in this one. They scored 11 points in the second quarter, but so did Bowling Green, so they made up no ground. They didn't go behind, fall any farther behind, but they need Jaylee Jennings, only 3 points in this. They've got to get Jaylee more into this one. Jordan, only 2 free throws, no field goals from Jordan Garner. That's a problem. They got some great scoring from Haley, but it just needs to find some more consistency. And it's rough. We've got 2 freshmen, Baskin and Keller. They're very talented, but they just don't have the depth that Bowling Green does, and I'm sure that these girls are worn out. They've played and played and played and played, and
that's the thing.
Get no break.
You got two freshmen. They're playing a lot of minutes.
Definitely.
And the only real person that can spell them, you got Jensen and maybe a little bit of Abigail Hunn coming off the bench, while Bowling Green has a lot of freshmen as well. You know, you see Briley Sparks out there. You see Grace Twellman. You see, a kind of a revolving cast of characters. And
that he can pepper in at any time.
Exactly. So they're not getting tired, or if they're struggling with a certain matchup, they can try something else.
Right.
Now, for Bowling Green, you mentioned consistency with Van Far. Consistency for Bowling Green has been a problem. They've squandered some leads this season, and we were starting to see that in the second quarter before they buckled down and got it back. I mean, the lead
Haley
was down to.
Went on that 8-point run there.
Yeah, and Bowling Green just they need that killer instinct. They need a finishing move, so to speak. They need to go Mortal Kombat on their opposition instead of kind of letting up a little bit and letting teams back into ball games.
And Van Far kept Bill Hartz off the board in that second quarter, and that's usually the finishing the finishing move for Bowling Green.
They got her to pick up a couple of fouls, and that's something during that first run for Bowling Green that Van Far wasn't doing. They weren't driving to the net. They weren't getting Caitlin into those situations. They've got to pick up the pace on a player like Bill Hartz and drive.
They've got the speed to do it.
We'll take a quick break here on the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime. First half scoring after this on the peoplestribune.com.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana are proud to sponsor our area high school teams and wish everyone success this season. Uplifting and comforting, Bibb Beach Funeral Homes and Collier Funeral Home will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Proud to be of service, visit online at bibbbeach.com or collierfuneral.com. A personal touch can mean so much. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, Bowling Green and Silex, and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana. Take your grocery list to County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia and save big on the foods and essentials your family loves. Savings every day throughout the store in every department, or let County Market do the cooking for you with signature fried chicken, roasters, sides, and desserts. And don't forget to use your Max card. They're free and available for instant use from your local County Market grocer in Louisiana, Vandalia, or shop anytime. Find recipes and more at mycountymarket.com.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryant professional stands ready to defend your home's comfort. Because when the temperature falls, Bryant turns up the heat efficiently.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, SparksHeatingandCooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
First half scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Kent Feeds, Haskell and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
All right, so it was Bowling Green that got out to that early lead, 15-5. They outscored Van Far, and as I mentioned before, the team scored evenly with 11 points apiece in that second quarter. Van Far also made up some ground with the rebounding in that second quarter. For Van Far, it's 9 points for Haley Baskett. She scored all of those in that second quarter, and 3 of them from the free throw line. Jaylee Jennings, just that three-pointer from the first quarter that got things going for Van Far. Jordan Garner, the 2 points in from the first quarter, and Devin Keller, 2 points to round out the scoring for Van Far. And for Bowling Green, Gabby Dieters leads things with 7 points. Kinley Charlton has 6. Olivia Niemeyer with 5 points. She had all those in the second quarter. Caitlin Billhartz with 4. She had all those in the first quarter. And Madeline Norton with 4 points to round things out. Bowling Green still has the edge stat-wise from a rebounding standpoint. They've got a couple of blocks and steals on Van Far. But I see Van Far coming back strong here in the third.
They've got to start the second half a lot stronger than they did the first half.
Definitely.
That's for sure. 28-16 scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. YoungEnterprisesInc.com. We'll be back with the La Crosse Lumber Company second half start after this. It's been the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime on the peoplestribune.com.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Shucard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
The 10th season of TribCast Basketball on thepeoplestribune.com is brought to you in part by Cole Chiropractic Center, Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Lumber Company, by Lynn's Heritage House, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and by Pike County Title Company. More high school basketball is coming up, celebrating 10 years of champions. This is TribCast.
Second half start brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. Lacrosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. Jaylee Jennings with the ball for Van Farn to Devin Keller. Keller going to drive on Norton. And, light contact, but there is a foul. And I guess that would be a good example of what we saw in the pregame, that first clip from Misha. Just didn't allow her enough space
to
execute the play.
Madeline Norton, that's her second. First of
Here's Jordan Garner against Bill Hartz across the lane. No. Swipe the rebound, but right to Norton, and here comes Bowling Green back the other way. All the way to the hoop, and a foul whistled on Devin Keller. First of the second half against Van Far. So each team with a foul here in the opening 20 seconds of quarter number 3.
This will be the first trip to the free throw line for Bowling Green.
And that shot is good. To make the lead 14, the second shot for Norton is good as well.
I like that. One bounce and tosses her up.
Here's Jaylee Jennings with Van Far down by 2 touchdowns. And that pass out of the reach of Jordan Garner. Now it's Super Bowl week. You got to 7:29 to play in the third quarter. Boys action coming up at the conclusion of this game. Here's Jennings to Garner, and that shot is good. It's a long 2 for Jordan Garner. 30-18, Bowling Green. Bill Hartz back to Norton. As Charlton on the far side. Lob it in. Gabby Dieters back to the free throw line for Bill Hartz. That shot just off to the right a bit. Dieters the putback, no. And the rebound this time pulled down. No, nice move by Keller. She crosses over. Gets it to basket to the hoop, no. And the rebound goes to the floor, picked up by Briley Sparks, and almost a foul. A lot of contact there from basket. Here's Norton with 6:40 remaining in the quarter. Back to Briley, over to the far side for Kinley Charlton. Now for Caitlin Billhartz on the far point. Up top again for Kinley. To Norton. Coach Craig Smith. He's doing some coaching. Go over there, go over there, go over there. And that shot for Charlton's no good. Put back Dieters no good. She goes to the floor backwards, and Jordan Garner picks up the loose ball. Keller. Over to Jaylee Jennings on the right point into the corner for Panna Conaway. Gets it back to Jaylee. Now to the top of the key. Jordan Garner for 3, and that one just off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Madeline Norton for the Lady Cats. Pressure from behind from Keller. Norton able to pick it up. To the free throw line for Gabby Dieters. Lob pass, Bill Hartz. And it's knocked away from her. It'll stay with Bowling Green. 5:38 to play in the third.
I must not have been paying attention because I looked up and now the gym's full on our side.
Now, a lot happened while we were talking at halftime as Bill Hartz swipes that out. I think the folks came over from the middle school gym. They may have just played 2 quarters over there.
Could be. Looks like a lot of people out eating, too.
That's true. It is supper time. To the near side for Norton. Back to Briley Sparks. Gets it to Gabby Dieters. Dieters kicks it back out. Here's Norton to Sparks. Back to Norton. Over to the far side for Charlton. From 2 foot inside the three-point line. Her shot's a little long, and Keller comes away with the tipped rebound. Ahead to basket. To the hoop. No. Her putback. No. Rebound tipped up. Here's Garner. That shot's good. Jordan Garner with 2. It's a 10-point game. 30-20, 3 minutes gone here in the third. Coach Smith says be strong. Here's Dieters. She can't possibly not be strong. Here's a shot for a Norton, no good. Got her own rebound and pulls it back. To Gabby. Stops, pops. Had a lot of English on that shot. Charlton's putback is good. Kinley Charlton increases the lead to 12. Doesn't seem like whatever Van Far does, they can't get it for very long, closer than 12 points. From the far side basket. A little long. Dieters the rebound. And here's Gabby. Easy 2 there, and it's back to a 14-point Bowling Green advantage. We played half of this third quarter from Bowling Green High School. Here's Jennings to the far side for Conaway. Back to Jaylee. She needs to start pouring in some points. Jennings to the near side pass Dieters. That shot no good, but a foul will send Jaylee to the line to shoot a pair.
Not going against Bill Hart's? No.
Dieters?
Yes. Where am I here?
There, yeah, it is against Caitlin Billhartz, her third. And the first shot for Jennings is short. Into the ball game to replace Billhartz is Morgan Billings. And the shot is good. So she hits 1 of 2 to make it a 13-point game. You ever notice on the Bowling Green uniforms, the waistband is black.
Mm-hmm.
And if you flip it once, it's red. So it looks like you've got black belts and red belts out there. Different levels of expertise, I guess. That shot from the far side is good. Norton for 3. Makes it a 16-point game.
I think that's as high as the lead has been, hasn't it?
Yes. And that's Jordan Garner off the glass to cut it back to 14. 37-23. 5 minutes gone in the third. Dieters against Jennings at the top. Works it to the near side for Charlton. Kinley kicks it back. Here's a long 2, and it misses everything out of bounds for Niemeyer. Excuse me, for Billings. And it goes back to Van Far with 2:40 to play in the quarter. Here's Jaylee Jennings, and a foul whistled against Morgan Billings. It's on the floor. 4th team foul against the Lady Cats. Or 3rd team foul, rather.
Mm-hmm.
They get it to Jaylee. Corner for Panna Conaway. Back to Jaylee Jennings. Now to Devin Keller. Keller bounces once back to Jaylee Jennings. Trying to find somebody open. Looking around the Bowling Green defenders. Pass tip. Jordan Garner gets it. To Keller, bounce pass near side for basket. Got it away from Dieters. Tried to feed one inside, and it's rejected by Charlton. And a push in the back on Dieters. And that'll be the 2nd foul on Devin Keller.
Her 2nd and team 2nd.
Well, they just have her for 1. I swore she had one in the first half.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, maybe they put it on the wrong side of the ledger or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but
she definitely had one
yes.
in the first half. Jade Meyer into the ball game for Bowling Green. Here's Gabby Dieters. Briley Sparks, there we go. Throws it away. She saw Keller try to readjust the pass and lost the handle. Devin Keller can be very sneaky. Here's Panna Conaway. Up top, Keller for three. High arcing tray is no good. Basket the rebound. Kicks it down low to Conaway. She's blocked by Gabby Dieters, and that's just not fair. All the way up, Norton off the glass and good. Madeline Norton with two more. 39-23. Pace picking up, and it's stolen by Dieters. 2-on-2 to the hoop. No, but a foul on Jaylee Jennings. Gabby will go to the line.
It's the first on Jaylee.
$39-23.
And they say, I guess the missing foul, because that should have been Jaylee's first, but they have her for two.
I remember Jaylee getting one, too. First shot's no good for Gabby Dieters. That's not like her. And more substitutions as Meyer and Billings check out. Back in Olivia Niemeyer and Kinley Charlton. Second shot, she missed them both. Garner the rebound. Here comes Van Far. Jaylee Jennings up to Panna Conaway. Back to Jaylee. She's going to drive. Stops, pops. That shot no good. And the rebound to Jensen. Back to Jennings. Kick it back out to basket. Now for Jordan Garner. Garner inside to Jensen. Elise got it to sneak over. 40-25, 15-point game here in the final 42 seconds of the third quarter. We have just about as many fouls in this quarter as we did in the whole first half, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Near side, they lob it in, and it's stolen by Jordan Garner. She's got 20 seconds. Up to Jensen, now for Jennings. Kick it back out. Here's a three. That one is off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Briley Sparks. Stolen by Panna Conaway to the near side. Jensen gets it back down to 7 seconds. Here's Jaylee Jennings. Down to 4. Going to have to do something with 3 on the clock. Over to the far side. Panna Conaway didn't shoot. 39-25 after 3. We head to the fourth on TribCast.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
Many of us look for ways to save energy, but be smart, don't take safety shortcuts. Quiver River Electric Cooperative reminds you to use electricity safely and take it seriously. Never touch a downed power line. Always stay at least 10 feet away. Outdoors, look up for power lines and call 811 before you dig. Indoors, keep appliances away from water. Don't overload circuits or use damaged cords. A safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those we serve.
Start of the fourth quarter. Let's check the scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Kent Feeds, Hasker on DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
All right. Well, basket still leads things for Van Far with 9 points. Jordan Garner put 6 points on the board in that last quarter, so she has 8. 4 for Jaylee Jennings, 2 for Elise Jensen, 2 for Devin Keller. And for Bowling Green, it's 11 points for Madeline Norton to lead things. Gabby Dieters has 9, 8 for Kinley Charlton, 4 for Caitlin Billhartz, and 5 for Olivia Niemeyer.
Scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. YoungEnterprisesInc.com. To the near side, Madeline Norton with it to start the fourth quarter. Norton to Briley Sparks, now for Caitlin Billhartz on a tip pass. To the near side, Kinley Charlton gets it to Billhartz. Nice feed across. She can't hit on the shot, and it's going out of bounds back to Van Far. 29 seconds into this fourth quarter. Boys varsity action to follow. To follow an abbreviated Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame, and they blow the whistle so that Panaconaway can tie her shoe. Got a cameo there, didn't we?
All right, quit playing with the baby.
Yep. Get back to action. Here's Madeline Norton with it on the near point.
I'm just going to show the baby.
Yeah. They get it down low. Billhartz off the glass, too strong, and the rebound pulled down by Haley Basket. Off a touch by Dieters. Here's Basket. On the near point or on the near side to Jordan Garner. Her three is good. Jordan Garner with the tray. Cuts the deficit to 12 again. Excuse me. Somehow I had an extra point on Bowling Green. So it's an 11-point game? Or do they have the scoreboard wrong? I'll change it to theirs for now. And that shot off the glass and good for Madeline Norton.
Norton having a great game. 13 points now.
Here's Jaylee Jennings. Bounce pass. Rejected pass by Garner. Back to her. And here's Jennings again. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Here's Jensen for three from the corner. That's long. And Norton the rebound. She thought about running and slowed things up. Run a little clock instead. To the far side. Back to Gabby Dieters. Dieters steps outside a three, puts up the tray, and the shot off the mark. Off to the left. Basket the rebound. Gets it down low and too far for Jensen. Back to Bowling Green. 5:41 on the clock. And substitutions for Bowling Green. Twelman back in. As well as Morgan Billings. Ball knocked away momentarily from Norton. Again to Twelman. Now for Dieters. Gabby says, Grace, go over here. No, over there. Now for Kinley Charlton. For Norton. Norton got it off to Twelman. Her shot from 8 foot is good. 43. Yeah, 28.
She has a little cheering section here.
What did Nancy say? That she's a triplet?
Mm-hmm.
Has two brothers? So think about sharing a room with two boys for 9 months.
Yep. The Twelman triplets.
Here's Garner for three. That one's good. Jordan Garner with the tray.
Back-to-back three-pointers.
43-31. 4:25 to go in regulation. And again,
running 15 seconds off the clock. They're going to have to start pressuring.
Yeah.
Just to not run so much time off the clock.
And we've got an offensive foul, I think, away from the ball. I didn't see it. We'll see who it's on. Dieters?
Looked like he was cradling a baby. But, yes, it's on Dieters. I don't know what the baby cradle sign means, but...
Everyone has one here in the crowd. Yep, and a travel on Jensen. 3:56 to go. Turnover gives it back to Bowling Green. They can run a little more clock. Dieters throws up a wild shot, goes to the floor, fights for it, and the ball knocked away. And here's Jaylee Jennings, 1-on-5, so she stops. Gets it back to Jennings, and her shot no good. Basket the rebound to Jordan Garner. Up top again, here's Keller for three. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Twellman. And a timeout taken by Bowling Green with 3:20 to play in the fourth. 43-31, Lady Cats lead Van Far on TribCast.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your New Holland agricultural equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
3:20 to play here in the fourth. Van Far down 12. It seems like we've been saying that all night. Bowling Green has done a nice job to maintain that, stretch it out when they can, and pad things against little Van Far runs like they've had. But it comes down to the opening 8 minutes still, and that lead that Bowling Green put together still intact. Here's Twellman, cut off from the baseline, gets it back to Madeline Norton. Near side to Bill Hartz, now to Twellman. That shot's no good. Bill Hartz the rebound, kick it back out. Madeline Norton, pass tip, still got to Bill. Now back out for three, and that one's good. Madeline Norton with the tray. How many does she have tonight?
16 points.
Wow.
That's her second three-pointer.
For the point guard, that's a pretty big number. Bill Hartz with a steal away from Garner. And with the lead at 15, Bowling Green will get to work on running a little clock here. Over to the far side, Madeline Norton. Norton to Bill Hartz, the near side for Twellman. Her shot. Can't sneak over. Putback hits the bottom of the rim. And the rebound stolen away now by Dieters. Dieters to the hoop. Her shot's good. Gabby Dieters with two more.
Gets her in double figures with 11.
To Haley Basket. Now for Devin Keller over to the far side for for Jaylee Jennings. Now for Elise Jensen. That shot short. Rebound tipped around. Dieters pulls it back, and a foul whistled against Van Far, and that's going to be on Elise Jensen.
And that'd be her first. Maybe.
And again, that's why it's hard to call Van Far's games this year. You got Haley, Jaylee, Jensen, Jennings.
Say it's on Devin Keller, and they say it's her second.
Okay. I didn't even see Devin in there. Basket, Conaway, Keller all check out. As much as they can, Van Far empties their bench into the ball game. Annalyn Coel. And who else came in? Abigail Hunt. Minute and a half to go. Free throw line. Here's number 34 for the Lady Cats, Kennedy Street, into the ball game. And a foul whistle on Jaylee Jennings with a minute 22 to go.
It'll be her third, team's fifth.
Stay with us for the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. We'll interview our winning coach and our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game. Transition quickly over to the pregame for the boys matchup. Street, high arcing shot, a little too long, and the rebound off of Jade Meyer, out of bounds, back to Van Far, minute 10 to go. Old guy's who was on camera a minute ago, his shoes look so comfortable. I want a pair from myself. They're like little bare feet. This shot is good. Jordan Garner with 2 more. 48-33. Norton gets it from Twellman. Down to 45 seconds to go as Bowling Green will improve their record. And a foul, that's the 4th on Jaylee Jennings. 16 foul, stops the clock with 42.4 seconds to go. And a fresh 5 for the Lady Cats. And to inbound, that's Haley Chandler. Up top for number 44, Chloe Cronky. She has the ball stolen by Garner to the hoop. No, but a foul will send Jordan to the line, and Cronky picks up her first. 6-foot freshman. .9 seconds on the clock. And the first shot is good for Jordan Garner. She's had a nice night.
17 points so far.
Second shot is short. And the rebound pulled down by Kennedy Street. She gets it off to Cronky. And a steal, but a foul. 25.4. It's mop-up time. And to the line, Cronky. The shot no good. Cronky misses the front half to the near side. And it's taken away by Jensen.
I couldn't see where the ball was.
Nope. Coel's shot is short. Rebound to Hahn. Back to Coel. Now to Garner, and her shot is good. Jordan Garner makes it 48-36. And just like it was most of the game, a 12-point Bowling Green win over Van Far here tonight. 48-36 our final. We'll be back with the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
This is Kim Gam, RN, Certified Diabetes Educator and Coordinator of the Pike County Diabetes Counseling Program. Diabetes self-management education is designed to help you understand the disease and learn to manage it. Our nationally recognized program provides quality education and covers all aspects of diabetes management from basic to advanced skills. For more information, contact the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice at 573-324-2111.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
B&B Automotive, home of the $25 oil change up to 5 quarts of oil, is an ASE certified inspection station and offers complete automotive service at a very reasonable rate. Family owned and operated, B&B features low tire prices with many brands to choose from. Stop by or call B&B Automotive in Bowling Green, 573-470-8170.
B&B Automotive, 812 West Main in Bowling Green.
It's time for the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. Brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out building projects.
And back at Bowling Green High School, before we get to the boys matchup, let's wrap up the ladies game here in the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. And you had a point where you got scoring figured.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
All right. Well, it was Bowling Green that pretty much sealed it in the first. They outscored Van Far 15-5. Team scored evenly with 11 points apiece in the second for a 28-16 Bowling Green lead at the half. Bowling Green extended the lead a little bit in the third, outscoring Van Far 11-9. And then it was flipped those numbers. Van Far outscored Bowling Green 11-9 in the fourth quarter for this 48-36 final. For Van Far, 19 points for Jordan Garner. She all but 2 of those coming in the second half. She was the only one to score in the fourth quarter. She scored all 11 points for Van Far in the fourth quarter. Haley Baskett, she was the only one to score, or she got almost all the points in the second quarter, but she ended the night with 9. Jaylee Jennings had 4. Elise Jensen and Devin Keller each with 2 points apiece. And for Bowling Green, it was Madeline Norton who scored 16 tonight. She had 2 3-pointers, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, so she just did a little bit of everything tonight. Gabby Dieters, 11 points tonight, and had the lion's share of the rebounding, of course. Kinley Charlton had 8 points tonight, 5 for Olivia Niemeyer, 4 for Kaylin Billhartz, and 2 for Grace Dwellman. Bowling Green 2 for 5 from the line tonight. Van Far 7 for 10.
Yeah, not a very physical game tonight. Not a whole lot of fouls called. Neither team made it to the bonus in the second half or the first half. No 1-1s in this ball game. So that's kind of an oddity in high school basketball. Scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Kent Feeds, Asco DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. We'll take a break here on the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. Come back with our player of the game after this on TribCast.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Shucard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
And we're back here on the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame with our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game. 16 points tonight for Madeline Norton. Congratulations on the big night offensively in the win.
Thank you.
And how important was it for you guys to, you know that Van Far's struggled coming out of the gate, for you as a team to come out fast and build a big lead?
I mean, it was a pretty big deal. I think our energy was super good this game. We knew it was a conference game on our home court, and we knew that we already played them, so they'd be coming back. And I think it was one of our best games where we communicated, we were all in it. So
they tried to put some runs together in the second half, and both times you answered in the third and fourth quarter with a big 3-ball. Is that something you've been working on, getting open for those shots?
Yeah, I think I wasn't rushed either. I just took my time. Sometimes I rush my shot, but I mean, it was an in and out look. It usually came from the post, so I had time to shoot, and I felt pretty confident in it.
On this team, it's mostly about you got Gabby and Bill down there putting in a lot of points from down low. I think it's nice to have the guards up here as the player of the game. So it's a nice change of pace tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
That's our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game, Madeline Norton, with 16 points tonight. Let's get Coach in here to talk about this victory for the Bowling Green Lady Cats. Wipe those off, Craig. Just kind of ended that talking with Madeline about you don't get recognized a whole bunch as the point guard on this team, and for her to get a little recognition, 16 points tonight, I think that's important for confidence to spread it around a little bit.
Yeah, definitely early in the year, she was, like Gabby's been up here a couple times. She's talking about how she's kind of handed her point guard duties over to Madeline. I think Madeline's really stepped up. It definitely helps when we got that three-headed monster, that everybody's been talking about, putting Madeline, having Madeline be able to score double digits on any given night with Gabby and Bill definitely helps us out, and then we got Kinley, Kinley down there in the low post or on the opposite guard spot who's able to do some damage too. So I'm really proud of all the girls.
We saw a lot of freshmen out there tonight for both teams. How important is it for you to have that younger talent and then have depth to where you can switch out if there's a matchup problem or something?
Yeah, definitely. It's I told those girls on my team anyway, those younger girls that, we may not be successful at times and you may have some mistakes, but playing in games like we did the other night in the Bowling Green Championship is really going to give us a lot of experience down the road and hopefully help in those crunch situations when we need to take care of the ball, or we need to hit a big free throw, or we need to get the ball to the right person to be able to get some points on the board. It's really going to help, and I can't say enough about them putting them in that situation, but kind of the name of the game right now,
Yeah, definitely, and I like that attitude. I know a lot of girls were probably really disappointed in the way that game, but turned out. But if you can learn the lessons, take something out of the good and the bad nights, it's really important for a team.
Definitely. I mean, us getting better and being able to take those things from the game and work on them in practice, then hopefully be successful at them the next time we come out in competition, whenever the game is really on the line. It's really going to help out.
Didn't get to talk to you too much. How was your first experience as a Bowling Green coach at the Bowling Green tournament?
It was something else. I've told a lot of people that I've been a part of some championship games here. I told the comments in the paper with April. I've been a part of some championship games on the boys' side, but I don't think anything's compared to what happened last Friday night. Just the crowd and the energy and the community, everybody that were behind these girls, and also the Clopton girls. I mean, the whole atmosphere was something that's been the greatest atmosphere for a high school basketball game I've ever been a part of.
Well, congratulations on your success so far and the win tonight. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the coverage.
That's Coach Craig Smith here in the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and we'll magically transition from the postgame into our Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame before the men's game after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
Are you still looking for a bank that knows you by name, offers convenient hours, and hometown service? Look no further than Community State Bank of Missouri. Hello, this is Deb Olson. Our pleasant staff is here to welcome you and service all of your banking needs. Stop by our office in Bowling Green or Troy and experience the banking difference. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
It's time for the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative, online at quiver.com.
And quickly, let's go through the lineups for this one. Our Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out all the services at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, caring for our communities.
All right, for the visiting Van Far Indians, it's going to be number 0, Verdell Johnson.
Boy, he had a great Bowling Green tournament, too.
Yes, he did. He's a 6-foot junior. 6'2" senior, number 10, Caden Wilburn. Also starting, number 20, Verlin Johnson. He's a 6'5" senior. 6'2" senior, number 30, Trayson Cowell. And another 6'2" senior, number 34, Trey Miller. So again, for Van Far, it's Verdell Johnson, Verlin Johnson, Wilburn, Cowell, and Miller. For Bowling Green, it's number 3, Kaleo Dade. He's a 5'10" senior. Also starting is 6'2" junior, number 23, Cameron Worley. Number 24, Drew Bowen. He is a 5'11" junior, 5'10" sophomore. Number 25, Michael Starks. And number 35, George Niemeyer, a 6'3" junior. So again, for Bowling Green, that is going to be Dade, Worley, Bowen, Starks, and Niemeyer.
And those are your Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups for this ball game. Check out all their services at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, caring for our communities. Boy, revenge on the minds of the Van Far Indians as Bowling Green last week beat them for the Bowling Green Tournament Championship. And it's even more than we could ever imagine. The behind the scenes going into this ball game.
High drama.
Yes. So This could be a fun one. This could be a real fun one. Bowling Green and Van Far. Rematch of the Bowling Green Tournament Championship is up next on the peoplestribune.com.
This is TribCast, celebrating 10 years of champions. High school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Sidney Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, by Lacrosse Lumber Company, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Community State Bank, by Young Enterprises Incorporated, the Law Office of Briscoe and Branning, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, B&B Automotive, Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling, Cellular and Satellite Center, by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana, by County Markets of Vandalia in Louisiana, Cole Chiropractic Center, Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Lumber Company, by Lynn's Heritage House, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and by Pike County Title Company. Now, coverage of high school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper, celebrating 10 years of high school sports. This is TribCast.
Bowling Green and Van Far, a rematch of the Bowling Green Tournament Championship just minutes away. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with your Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip. Oh, it's getting exciting in here now. Getting ready for tip-off in just minutes on TribCast. Mid-America Auto and Towing, complete automotive service, new and used tires with wholesale pricing. Mid-America Auto and Towing has a great line of used cars and trucks available with financing options for everyone. Buy here and pay here on select models at Mid-America Auto and Towing. Now at 15877 Highway 54 in Bowling Green across from the fairgrounds. Mid-America Auto and Towing.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. With an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at PCMH, and I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, we strive to prevent, diagnose, and treat a wide variety of injuries ranging from sprains and fractures to heat stroke and concussions. In addition to sports coverage, we offer impact testing for head injuries as well as athletic enhancement for those athletes looking to get a step ahead of the competition. Rest assured, we're at work while your athletes are at play.
Have you been frustrated by slow internet available where you live? Great news, now you have a choice. Viasat Internet has just rolled out brand new fast internet plans available in your area. Call your local internet expert, Cellular and Satellite Center today. Standard installation is free and they can usually get you installed in 3 to 5 days. Don't put up with slow internet any longer. Call Cellular and Satellite Center at 573-324-3722. Terms and restrictions apply. See Viasat.com for details.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC of Bowling Green and Silex and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana are proud to sponsor our area high school teams and wish everyone success this season. Uplifting and comforting, Bibb Beach Funeral Homes and Collier Funeral Home will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Proud to be of service, visit online at bibbbeach.com or collierfuneral.com. A personal touch can mean so much. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, Bowling Green and Silex, and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana. Take your grocery list to County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia and save big on the foods and essentials your family loves. Savings every day throughout the store in every department, or let County Market do the cooking for you with signature fried chicken, roasters, sides, and desserts. And don't forget to use your Max card. They're free and available for instant use from your local County Market grocer in Louisiana, Vandalia, or shop anytime. Find recipes and more at mycountymarket.com.
In a world at the mercy of every rise and fall of the thermometer, your local Bryant professional will stand and defend you, your family, your home, and your bank account from fluctuating temperatures and rising energy bills.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, sparksheatingandcooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your New Holland agriculture equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
And just about ready for tip-off here from Bowling Green. Try and see around Mr. Red Hat there. Opening tip brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. Lacrosse Lumber Company, the area's oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. And they'll play the fight song one more time before we get this men's varsity game underway. The ladies' game went to Bowling Green by 12. Madeline Norton, our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game, with 16 points. Nice to get the point guard some recognition. Kaleo Dade stretches it out. It'll be Verlin Johnson tipping it forward to Coel. Now to Trey Miller. He goes right to the hoop and can't finish. Tip up, and the rebound pulled down by Bowen, and we've got a tie-up right off the bat. It'll be Bowling Green ball with 7:52 to go in the opening quarter. We're going to be zoomed out a little bit more than usual because the crowd here tonight packed in. We don't have our Bowling Green tournament raised camera here tonight. Here's Worley to the near side for Starks. Up for Bowen. Bowen gave up his dribble, now has to give it up to Cameron Worley. Worley to Starks at the point. Dell against him. Over to the far side. Here's a three. That one's a little too long, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds back to Van Far. Last touch, I'm not sure if it was on George or Michael Starks. Here's Wilburn with it in the backcourt. Caden, lob pass ahead for Verdell Johnson. Verdell gives it to Trayson Coel. Now for Caden Wilburn. Wilburn to the middle of the lane. His layup is good. Caden Wilburn. Ball loose. Stolen by Verlin, and he walks. Not sure what happened there with Verlin. I don't know if he thought he heard a whistle or what. Here's Starks.
Starks was the player of the game.
In the championship, yeah, that shot can't sneak over. Put back Niemeyer, no, but a foul will send George to the line.
He's the leading scorer and he just had a great game. Did Michael Starks. Of course, the foul there on Trey Miller, his first.
Niemeyer short, and it's still a 2-0 game. Second shot makes it 2-1. Here's Verdell in the backcourt. Crosses over to get past Starks and across the line to the near side for Caden Wilburn. Back up top for Trayson Coel. Coel with the fingers taped on his right hand. Gets it to Verlin. Verlin cut that a little too hard off the glass. Wilburn gets it back to Verdell. Over to the far side for Coel. Now for Trey Miller. Kaleo Dade all over Trey. Wow. Lost him. And comes to the near side. Here's a three for Verdell. Just short. Tip up, no good. And Kaleo Dade tracks it down in the corner for Bowling Green. Boy, he was named MVP of the tournament. Was fantastic for the Bobcats for those 3 games.
Starks. Yes, he was a lot of fun to watch. I like watching him get the crowd going.
Over to the far side for Cameron Worley. Hands it back to Michael. Starks to Cameron Worley again. Now to Drew Bowen. Drew Bowen into the corner. He's going to drive. to the near side. George Niemeyer has all 3 points, and Bowling Green ahead by 1. Here's Trey Miller on the far point for the Indians. Back to Verdell Johnson to the near side for Caden Wilburn. Here's Trey. Coach McCann up, stalking the sideline, and a foul will send Trayson Cowell to the line. Where's the headband?
Well, the last time he didn't wear a headband, Van Far lost.
And they check out Trayson Cowell. I'm not sure. They were checking to see if he had blood or not. The foul's on Kaleo Dade, his first. And the shot is good to tie things up at 3. Trayson Cowell. Into the starting 5 tonight, taking that spot usually occupied by Colin Wilburn. Colin getting ready to come in the ball game. Second shot was long. George Niemeyer, the rebound to Kaleo Dade. Kicks it back to Michael. And Starks holds it against Verdell Johnson. For Drew Bowen on the far side. Now back to Michael Starks. Starks can't get it to fall. Rebound, Trey Miller. Nice runner, but he couldn't finish at the other end. And there's Verlin Johnson with 2 to give Van Far back a 2-point lead. Starks at center court. Comes to the near side. Worley for 3. A little short on that. Rebound tipped up. Tipped forward by Verdell, and now he's on a fast break. Or Verlin, rather. And he lays it in. Could have had the dunk there.
I like it better to go for what is sure.
Here's Starks. To Kaleo Dade. Dade kicks it back to Drew Bowen. Bowen, all the way open for 3. That's a little long. Verdell had the rebound, picked up now by Verlin. Verlin back in his normal number 20 tonight after wearing 31 in the championship game.
That was confusing.
For you.
Yeah.
Miller to the far side for Caden Wilburn. Here's a long 3, and that misses everything out of bounds. And the first substitution coming for Van Far as Colin Wilburn comes in. He'll replace Trayson Cowell. Good start for Trayson. As the Indians are up by 4. To the near side, Drew Bowen. Bowen lost his dribble. Has to go somewhere with it and gets it back to Cameron Worley. Michael Starks. Bounce pass for Kaleo Dade, working against Verlin Johnson. He's taken to the floor, no call, out of bounds. Back to Van Far. Kaleo still lobbying for a call. We've yet to have our first Kaleo-up of the night. Wilburn to Wilburn. Colin with it on the left point. To the near side for Caden. Sam Middleton also came in. He's got the ball right now. Pass tipped. Goes to the floor. And Johnson gets it back. Good work by Verlin on the floor. Here's Trey Miller. That shot no good. Verlin put back. No, but a foul will send Johnson to the line.
Verlin has 4 of Van Far's 7 points. Foul was whistled on Michael Starks. That's his first, team second.
And the shot is no good. A little long off the back iron and out. Four-point game, 2:11 to go. So nearly 6 minutes into this first quarter. The second shot is good. And the lead is 5. Dylan Miner into the ball game for Van Far, as well as number 25, Riley Cowell. I don't think Riley played at all in the championship game, so this is a different look for the Indians. Here's Gavin Dieters just into the ball game. George Niemeyer the rebound to Kaleo Dade. Dade works against Colin Wilburn. Back up top. Over to Gavin Dieters. Dieters works against Cowell. Had it knocked away and stolen by Riley. Good work defensively for Van Far so far in this game. Here's Colin Wilburn up top to Caden. Through Cowell to the far side for Sam Middleton. And away from the ball, I think. Was it Cowell that got charged being too aggressive? Yes. First on Riley, the 5'9" senior. And the "you can't do that." I mean, are we in a time warp or a loop here? It seems like championship night all over again.
Except that we're sitting.
True. And Liv's not running the camera.
She's doing homework.
Into the ball game for the first time, Austin Callahan. They work it in. Across the lane, boy, things opened up nicely for George Niemeyer, who puts it in. He's got all 5 points.
Yes, he does.
It's a 3-point deficit for Bowling Green. Here's Middleton.
You took away my brilliant analysis.
It just shows we're on the same page. Wilburn at the top, over to the near side for Sam Middleton. Now for Caden on the far point. And a pass rejected and a foul going to be whistled, I think, on Niemeyer. Nope. Austin Callahan.
And that'll be his first and team's third.
41.3 seconds to go in the first quarter. This boys varsity ball game. Turnaround shot no good. Rebound picked up by Miner off his miss, and they'll reset with Riley Cowell. Here's Sam Middleton. Works against Michael Starks. Up top to Cowell. Dylan Miner to the near side for Riley. Almost knocked away from him to Colin Wilburn, down to 8 seconds. Colin to the hoop, no. Miner tips out the rebound. Still loose, picked up by George Niemeyer, down to 1 second. He's got to hurry. No, he didn't get a shot off. No shot, no foul. And we're heading to the second quarter with Van Far up on Bowling Green, 8-5. Ooh, exciting finish. Back with the second after this on TribCast.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Cindy Blaylock will be there for you. 201 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Online at cindyblaylockagency.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
The 10th season of TribCast basketball on thepeoplestribune.com is brought to you in part by Cole Chiropractic Center, Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Lumber Company, by Lynn's Heritage House, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and by Pike County Title Company. More high school basketball is coming up, celebrating 10 years of champions. This is TribCast.
Start of the second quarter. Let's check the scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken Feeds, Asgrow DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
All right, for Van Far, Verlin Johnson leads with 5 points. Caden Wilburn has 2, and Trayson Cowell has 1. And for Bowling Green, it's George Niemeyer with all 5 points.
And a steal by Kaleo Dade, going in 1-on-2. Dishes to Starks. And, he's charged with the foul. Oh, my. That's the second on Starks, and that's where he has to avoid that contact. He's got to stay out of foul trouble. He did in the championship game. Bowling Green won. Here's Verdell. Works against Starks. Hands it off for Coel. Back to Verdell. And a steal by Callahan as they try to work it into Verlin Johnson.
Back-to-back steals for Bobcats.
40 seconds gone here in the second quarter. 8-5 Van Far, Bowling Green with the ball. Here's Cameron Worley. To the near side for Michael Starks. Into the corner now for Austin Callahan. Gets it to Kaleo Dade. Dade turns, fires. Ooh. Ball goes to the floor off of Kaleo's foot, out of bounds. Again, he was trying to lobby, but that couldn't have been clearer from our vantage point. Lobs it to Caden Wilburn in the backcourt. Now for Verdell Johnson. Verdell across the line. Hands it to Trayson Coel. Now to Caden Wilburn. Trey Miller on a weave. To Verdell. Verdell floats to the hoop. No. Verlin had it, lost it, taken away by Callahan, and here comes Kaleo Dade for Bowling Green. Good job by Verlin to avoid contact there. And that shot is good. Our first Kaleo-up of the night from Kaleo Dade. Anything inside 5 foot for Kaleo Dade is called a Kaleo-up.
Trademark pending.
I'm going to have to call Louisiana R2's lawyer. Get that trademark.
That's in Arizona.
Shot. And we're going to have an over the back foul on Verlin Johnson.
That'll be his first, team's third.
1 point game. Bowling Green could take the lead on this possession. Cameron Worley to Kaleo Dade, now near side for Michael Starks. Starks angles back toward the top to Cameron Worley. Now Kaleo Dade. Dade going to try the three with a hand in his face, a little too long. Trayson Coel the rebound. Here comes Verdell. Pumps it off the glass and in. Verdell Johnson puts Van Far up by 3. May have taken 11 minutes, but we finally have a team in double figures. Cameron Worley on the near point. Worley spins a couple of times, takes it to the far side for Michael Starks. Starks lays it up in to Niemeyer, and he's fouled, and that's going to be another one. Back-to-back fouls on Verlin Johnson. He's got 2. I like the pace of the game. We just haven't had the scoring I thought we would.
This will be George's second trip to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2.
And that shot no good. .5:17 to play in the first half. And the second shot, no good. Missed them both. Now just 1 of 4 is George from the line. 2:50 gone here in the second quarter. From the free throw line, and Caden Wilburn's going to head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. George Niemeyer going to get the personal.
And that'll be his first, team's 5th.
And the shot is good. Extends the lead to 4. That's tied for the biggest they've had tonight. Student section strong here on a Thursday night. He had them both. And a 5 points Van Far advantage. Worley gets it to Starks. Pass tipped to the far side, and it's off of Kaleo out of bounds. Worley thought it had been tipped again, but it looked clean from here off of Kaleo and out. to the near side. Miller works it in. Pass tipped. Tipped again. And recovered by Trey Miller. Over to Colin Wilburn now for Verdell Johnson. Johnson to Miller. Pass tipped. Picked back up by Wilburn. Now to Trey Miller. To Caden Wilburn. His three is short. Trey Miller, the rebound, kicks it out far side to Sam Middleton. Now for Caden Wilburn again at the far point. And a foul whistle against Niemeyer. That's 2.
Team 6th.
And we may have more fouls in the first half of this game than we did the entire ladies' game.
Right.
Far side, Middleton to Verdell Johnson. Verdell holds it high, works against Starks, now kicks it back to Caden Wilburn to Sam Middleton. Callahan tried to jump that pass, but a good job avoiding a contact foul. Here's Miller against Kaleo Dade. Good spin move and a foul on Kaleo.
And that'll be his second, team 7th.
Trey Miller at the line trying to add to this 5-point lead. The first shot is no good. That student section for Bowling Green is every bit as large as it was on Saturday night.
Yep.
Second shot, rims out. Niemeyer the rebound. Gets it off to Starks. So Niemeyer, Dade, and Starks all with 2 fouls.
Yes.
To the near side for Callahan. One day in my life, I would like hair like that.
Like what?
Like Austin Callahan. For most of my life, I was stuck with Cameron Worley's hair. Or most of my adolescence. Not quite that curly. Turnaround shot, no. But a foul will send Niemeyer back to the line. He's 1 of 4 from that spot.
That was the second on Trey Miller, and that is always a key with Van Fars to get Trey Miller in foul trouble.
His shot's long.
The free throw shooting has not been awesome. Van Far right at 50%. And George has done all the free throw shooting for Bowling Green.
1 of 6.
Ooh.
Trey Miller, the rebound.
That one should have went. It just didn't have a forgiving bounce.
Nope. Trey gets it back to Dylan Miner to the near side for Sam Middleton. Sam up top for Caden Wilburn, over to the far side for Trey Miller. Lots of movement for Van Far. Here's Colin Wilburn. He's going to try a 3. That one just a tad long, and Starks the rebound for the Bobcats. Here comes Bowling Green 2 on 3, so he'll stop. Set the offense with 2:33 to go in the first half. State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime coming up. Ball to the floor, stolen away. Good work by Wilburn and Miner, or Middleton rather, to steal that. And here's Middleton on the far side. Tip back. Oh, wow. Colin Wilburn with a power tip back there. He came out of nowhere. Here's Starks, works against Middleton. With 2:05 on the clock. To the far side. They work it. Niemeyer above the swat from Miner, and we're finally going to have an over and back call. Or no. It's going to be on Starks for backing into Dylan Miner.
Oh, wow. Oh, Bowling Green fans are
That's his third, and he'll have to be replaced by Gavin Dieters.
very unhappy.
And a 1-and-1 coming for Dylan. I understand.
Yes.
Because Dylan actually had space, and Starks did back up into him. And a timeout taken on the floor. Minute 58 to go in the second. It's a 7-point Van Far lead on TribCast.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
If you buy power from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, you help power your community. How? Quiver River belongs to the people it serves. With people like you in charge, you know decisions about your power are made with you in mind, your community too. What kind of decisions? Sending you a check when there's money left after expenses, holding down rates, helping you save, serving your community. Good for you, power for your community. Quiver River Electric, owned by those we serve.
Miner's first shot is good to make it an 8-point Indian lead.
And he gets the second.
He could pretty much just dunk it from the free throw line. Right off the glass he goes and in. 16-7. Dieters gets it into Niemeyer, now gets it back. Gavin across the line replacing Michael Starks after he picked up his third foul. Minute 50 to go in the half. Coach McCann seated. Coach Conaway playing defense on the Van Far sideline. Here's Kaleo. Turnaround off the glass. Rims out. Middleton the rebound. Almost had it stolen by Cameron Worley. A whole set of moves there for Sam to get out of trouble, but then he throws it away. Back to Bowling Green. Minute 28 on the clock. Van Far wanted a timeout. Weren't granted one. Dade gives it back to Gavin Dieters, who brings it across the line to Cameron Worley. Worley, it's blocked by Miner, and Middleton picks it up. And a timeout taken before Van Far lost control. That's fortunate. 1:13 to play in the half. Van Far leads it by 9 on TribCast.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your New Holland agriculture equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
EMO Conference basketball on a Thursday. Bowling Green hosting Van Far. It's the Indians looking for revenge for that overtime win in the Bowling Green championship game the Bobcats had on Saturday night. Here's Colin Wilburn to the near side for Dylan Miner. Back up top for Caden Wilburn. Now to Verdell Johnson. Johnson over to the far side for Middleton. Sam puts it back up and around. Wilburn to Wilburn. Back up top to Johnson. Now Caden with the ball to Dylan Miner. Miner to the far side for Verdell. 40 seconds to go in the half. Here's Sam Middleton for three. A fadeaway three, and that one rattles its way home. 19-7. Van Far with a big first half lead. Final seconds, 30 seconds of the first half. Now down to 25. Here's Kaleo Dade. Dade to the far side for Austin Callahan. Callahan moves it back up to Cameron Worley. Now Kaleo Dade. Dade. Back to Gavin Dieters with 12 seconds on the clock. Gavin going to drive. Kicks it back out to the ankles of Cameron Worley. He recovers. His shot's no good. Off of Van Far out of bounds, as that rebound was knocked away from George Niemeyer with 4.5 seconds to go in the half. State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime is next. Wilburn told to move one step forward, which he did momentarily, then move one step back. Dade for three. Little long and no putback. We've played two. And Coach Pat Conaway and the Indians pretty excited.
Yes.
to lead 19-7 after the first 2 quarters. Back with halftime after this on the peoplestribune.com.
Pike County Hospice provides specialized high-quality care and support to patients and their families facing a life-limiting illness. We offer love, hope, and dignity at the end of life by offering a team approach consisting of physicians, skilled nurses, social workers, spiritual counselors, home health aides, and volunteers. We provide respite care for family and loved ones and offer 24-hour-a-day access to a hospice team. Pike County Hospice reduces financial stress on families and provides bereavement care to loved ones.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
B&B Automotive, home of the $25 oil change up to 5 quarts of oil, is an ASE certified inspection station and offers complete automotive service at a very reasonable rate. Family owned and operated, B&B features low tire prices with many brands to choose from. Stop by or call B&B Automotive in Bowling Green, 573-470-8170.
B&B Automotive, 812 West Main in Bowling Green.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Schuchard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
We played 2 here at Bowling Green High School, and it's a good 2 quarters for the Vanfar Indians so far, as they've been able to do pretty much what they want to do offensively. I think they've held the pace down, are able to frustrate Bowling Green just a little bit, and they've pretty much stopped Kaleo Dade from being a factor.
Yes.
Just a couple of points in the first half coming in here in the second quarter. We'll get to the full scoring in a few minutes, but I think that's huge. They've gotten Starks in foul trouble. They've gotten a couple on Niemeyer, a couple on Dade, and not allowed.
They kept Cam Worley off the board. How do you do that? Say Michael Starks and Cam Worley. Neither one have any points in this game. That's something that will have to change.
Well, and that is, 100% directly the effect of being able to shut down Kaleo Dade. Because if Dade can't find space, then they can't get the space for Cam Worley or Michael Starks out high to do anything special either. So they're going to have to, I think, rely more on a player like Bowen to contribute. So if he gets a look, he's going to have to make the most of it.
That's right.
And keep the only real height that Bowling Green has is Niemeyer. So he's going to have to get some points. He's done a good job getting to the line, but he hasn't converted. Just 1 of 6 shooting free throws in the first 2 quarters of this ball game. So that has got to improve.
Dieters, Worley, Bowen, Starks, they have to get some points on the board, or this game is over.
Vanfar definitely looking for revenge, and they played angry in the first half of this one.
Really
they controlled everything.
Controlled.
Yeah.
And usually that's not what you get from Vanfar. You either have a controlled or you have an angry Vanfar.
This group, they can control their anger and really, focused anger is I guess what you would call it. So they've done everything right so far, holding Bowling Green to just 7 first half points here as they look to avenge the Bowling Green Tournament Championship loss. We'll take a quick break, come back with your first half scoring after this on the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
Hello, this is Mary Millen from Community State Bank of Missouri. Some financial institutions make you go through a lot of red tape to get a loan. At Community State Bank, we try to keep things simple. When you talk with us, you're talking to the people who make decisions. Next time you need a loan for whatever reason, come see us. You'll be glad you did. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, equal housing lender.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
2 quarters in the books. Let's check scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken Feeds, Ascro, DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
Well, it was Vanfar that edged Bowling Green in that first quarter, 8-5, but and George Niemeyer had all 5 of those points, but it was Kaleo Dade that had all of Bowling Green's second quarter points, and that was only 2. While Vanfar went on to score 11. So that's how we have this 19-7 halftime score here on TribCast. For Bowling Green, it is George Niemeyer with 5 and Kaleo Dade with 2. And for Vanfar, I'm getting a little distracted by everyone walking in front of us. Verlin Johnson leads with 5 points, 4 for Caden Wilburn, 3 for Sam Middleton, and then 2 points for Dylan Miner, 2 for Colin Wilburn, 2 for Verdell Johnson, and 1 for Trayson Cowell. So it's a typical Vanfar game where everybody has a couple of points. Usually they have a few more than this. It's kind of a low-scoring affair, but
I think that's how they want it, though.
But this is very typical as far as the scoring goes. What's atypical is Bowling Green's side.
Yeah, definitely. I thought this would be a much tighter game through 2, but look for a push to start the second
absolutely.
half as both of these coaching staffs, very good tactical coaching staffs. And
both of these teams know how to explode.
Yeah, and both of them know how to make adjustments. Maybe one of the brightest young coaches, Brandon McCann,
definitely
coming out of the locker room right now. He took a long time in there, even after the team was back, to warm up for the second half. And, you know, he's got something up his sleeve for Coach Pat Conaway and the defending state champs. We'll take a break. Scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. This has been the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime on the peoplestribune.com.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these 2 schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone. Mid-America Auto and Towing, complete automotive service, new and used tires with wholesale pricing. Mid-America Auto and Towing has a great line of used cars and trucks available with financing options for everyone. Buy here and pay here on select models at Mid-America Auto and Towing. Now at 15877 Highway 54 in Bowling Green across from the fairgrounds. Mid-America Auto and Towing.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. We're at work while your athletes are at play.
Second half start brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. Lacrosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. Mr. Mullins, I thought somebody was in trouble. He's saying, I need help. I need help. That shot from three, no good for Bowen. And just like we said right off the bat, they're trying to get Drew Bowen involved offensively. Comes up short on the first attempt from beyond three, and here's Verdell Johnson near side. Coel gives it to Miller. Trey back up top for Caden Wilburn. Caden to the hoop. Nope. Missed his angle off the glass, and the rebound to Cameron Worley. Bounce pass near side. Here's Bowen around the defense and blocked by Trey Miller. Going to have to be tracked down, and Trayson Quell uses his speed there to get to that ball. He looked like a linebacker running after it, but he got there quickly for the Indians. A long three, Trey Miller. Oh, my, NBA range. Trey sinks it.
And that's the first 3 points for Trey Miller. That was really the only oddity on Van Far's side was no points for Trey.
Well, he's rectified that now. Here's Starks with 3 fouls on the far side. Back up top for Drew Bowen, back to Starks. Starks moves up from the wing. Almost to the center circle. Verdell all over him. Over to the far side for Cameron Worley. Now back to Starks. 22-7. To the hoop, and that shot won't go. George Niemeyer almost tied up. This putback, though, is good. He wrestled away and got to George Niemeyer. Up top, Verdell. To Wilburn, now back to Johnson. Backs all the way out. To the far side for Wilburn. Caden to the wing. Now back up to the point. And back to Verdell at the edge of the center circle. 5:44 to go in the third. The pace continues to be slow here to start the second half. That draws the Van Far bench up. Here's Trey Miller back up to Verdell Johnson. Verdell, Worley out to guard. Gets it to Caden Wilburn, says, you stay over there, Verdell. I'll give you the ball. Johnson thought about three. Coach says, no, 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 no. Miller on the near point. Coach Redding is step-by-step instructions. Seated there at the end of the Van Far bench. And away from the ball, a foul against the Indians. Little elbow work. 4:55 to go, and that's the third on Trey Miller.
That's right.
So we'll see if that triggers any change here in the Van Far lineup. Berlin also has three, doesn't he?
No.
He has two?
That's right.
That shot just came home. I think it was Kaleo Dade. They work it in. Here's Berlin too hard off the glass, and Niemeyer the rebound. Ahead to Starks and stolen back by Verdell. Into a double team. Found his way around it, gets it to Verlin. Verlin back to Verdell. Niemeyer fell down, gets it to Verlin again, and this time they don't make a mistake. 13-point Van Far lead, 4:05 to go in the third. Verlin Johnson. Drew Bowen. To Starks to the far side, Cameron Worley. Now Kaleo Dade. Dade, got that one to go. Dade with two more. He's starting to heat up a little bit. 3:46 remains in the third quarter. That was a Kaleo within 5 foot, right? Verdell, no, but a foul will send Johnson to the line with 3:36 to go in the third. Student sections both standing. Brunell long on the first one. He wasn't very comfortable shooting that one. He was going to fall forward, and that's why I think he went long. That was the 4th foul on Michael Starks. We won't see him again until about 2 minutes left. He makes the second one, 25-13. Here's Gavin Dieters in for Starks. To Cameron Worley in the corner. Get it to Niemeyer. He hit the bottom of the backboard, and Dylan Miner picks up the loose ball. Here's Caden Wilburn. Runs against Worley. Into Trey Miller. He's got 3 fouls. Caden back to Verdell Johnson near the line. To Colin Wilburn. Colin gives it to Trey Miller. Miller trying to find room. It's past Bowen and scores. Trey Miller. All Van Far here so far in the second half. Callahan getting ready to check in. Sam Middleton getting ready to check in. One sub lining up on either side. Here's Kaleo Dade. He led with the elbow, but it's going to be Cowan that picks up the foul.
That'll be the first on Colin.
Riddell checks out. Sam Middleton comes in. Callahan came in for Drew Bowen. Far side, Kaleo Dade. Back up top for Gavin Dieters to George Niemeyer. Niemeyer works against Miner. He's blocked down and stolen, and then it's knocked away from him out of bounds. It's going to be Van Far ball. 2:29 to play.
Wow.
His arms.
That's a big wingspan.
Yeah. That knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Indians. 2:29 to go in the quarter. Collin gets it in to Miner now for Sam Middleton. Middleton spins around a double team. Gets it to Caden Wilburn. Wilburn works against Cameron Worley. Spins to find space. Spins again. Gives it to Trey Miller. Miller works against Kaleo Dade to the glass and got it to fall. How did he put that sort of spin on that ball? That's crazy. Here's Gavin Dieters off the basket by Miller. To the near side, Kaleo Dade. Dade to Cameron Worley. Worley kicks it off near side. That's blocked down, but this time a foul on Dylan Miner. And it'll send Niemeyer to the line. Minute 52 to go in the third. Just 13 points for the Bobcats tonight. Niemeyer's shot is good.
There we go. Broke that little streak there.
He's now 2 for 7 from the free throw line. Miller checks out. Brunell back in. And he hit them both this time. 3 of 8 sounds a whole lot better than 1 of 6.
Yes.
Hands it off to Johnson in the backcourt. Riddell across the line to Sam Middleton. With a minute 40 to go, pass tipped. Picked up by Colin Wilburn. Riddell got some space, goes in on Kaleo. No, but a foul going to be whistled on Dade. With a minute 32 to go in the third quarter. That is the third foul on Kaleo Dade. Riddell at the line. His first one's good. 15-point lead for the Indians.
I mean, the Van Far student section is working overtime today.
Yeah, they are. It was a gold out. Some of them even have gold hair. Here's Dade off the rebound. Ooh, he got away with a lot of steps there through the middle and is able to put in 2 more on a layup. Here's Dylan Miner on the slam. Oh, my goodness. I couldn't have blown the call more. That's all we were missing, though. And, foul on Verdell. And into the ball game is Mel Troy. Number 11 for the Indians, his first action tonight. Foul the first on Verdell Johnson, and he checks out. Troy out to guard Gavin Dieters. To Callahan, now to Kaleo Dade. 32-17, and that's a nice little shot and foul there for Callahan. And then a technical? Was there a technical on the end of that?
I didn't see that get called.
The foul was on Sam Middleton, his first. And I think a technical on Gavin Dieters. And Middleton's going to shoot those. We'll see. I think he pointed at Dieters. Yep. So they'll pull everyone out of the blocks and let. No, it was just back-to-back foul. Or who are they? Callahan got the technical. After he was fouled, he got a technical.
Oh, I see.
And the first shot's no good. And that was a 1-and-1. So now we'll go to the other end. And Caden Wilburn will shoot 2 free throws for the technical. It wasn't a 1-and-1.
Why'd they clear the blocks then?
Well, because it didn't matter if they got a rebound because it was coming this way.
All right. What on earth?
I have no idea what's going on. And why he only got 1 free throw in that situation. Oh, because he scored the basket. That's right. But since it was an offensive foul, I guess there's no free throws. That's what they're saying. But I thought
Austin
always
Callahan gets the basket, but
missed the free throw
there
and picked up a foul. And that's Mel Troy. And the rebound tipped by Niemeyer to Kaleo Dade. 28 seconds to go in the third. Dade. Too hard. Follow. Worley. Yes, and a foul. Cameron Worley.
I think they. Oh, that one guy. I thought he called a charge.
No.
Okay.
So it's down to an 11-point lead. It could be cut to 10 with this free throw from Worley. The foul is the third on Sam Middleton. Comes with 21.9 seconds to go. And he missed it. Rebound, Caden Wilburn. And a reach-in on Cameron Worley. That's going to be 1-and-1s, right? No, just the 15 foul against Bowling Green. I'm looking on the wrong side. I've done it a couple of times tonight. .6 seconds to go in the third quarter. And another foul. And that's 4 on Kaleo Dade. So he got his arms around the waist of Colin Wilburn, I think. So he's got 4. Michael Starks has 4. And they'll have to bring a man off the bench to save Kaleo Dade for the fourth quarter, and it's Heidecker. Bryson, the 6'1 senior, comes in. And Bowling Green is in trouble now. Caden Wilburn with 13 seconds now to Verdell Johnson. Works against Dieters to the far side for Wilburn. 6 seconds on the clock. Here's Trey Miller for three. That one's over everything. Goes right to Colin Wilburn. His putback short. And we played 3 quarters here at Bowling Green High School. Van Far in control, up 11 after the first 3 quarters. Final 8 minutes coming up after this on TribCast.
Have you been frustrated by slow internet available where you live? Great news. Now you have a choice. Viasat Internet has just rolled out brand new fast internet plans available in your area. Call your local internet expert, Cellular and Satellite Center today. Standard installation is free, and they can usually get you installed in 3 to 5 days. Don't put up with slow internet any longer. Call Cellular and Satellite Center at 573-324-3722. Terms and restrictions apply. See Viasat.com for details.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC of Bowling Green and Silex and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana are proud to sponsor our area high school teams and wish everyone success this season. Uplifting and comforting, Bibb Beach Funeral Homes and Collier Funeral Home will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Proud to be of service, visit online at bibbbeach.com or collierfuneral.com. A personal touch can mean so much. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, Bowling Green and Silex, and Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana.
Scoring after 3 brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Ken Feeds, Haskell and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
All right, for Van Far, it is 7 points apiece for Verlin Johnson and Trey Miller, 4 for Verdell Johnson, 4 for Dylan Miner, 4 for Caden Wilburn, 3 for Sam Middleton, 2 for Colin Wilburn, and 1 for Trayson Quell. And for Bowling Green, it is 9 points for George Niemeyer, 8 for Kaleo Dade, 2 points apiece for Cameron Worley and Austin Callahan.
Dade back in there with 4 fouls. That shot no good, and the rebound pulled away by Trey Miller as they start the tomahawk chop. The Indian march, and there's a foul. What do they call that on Niemeyer? 7:41 to play, and that is the 3rd on George. And the first shot for Verlin Johnson is good. 33-21. Second shot, good as well. 34-21, Van Far. Near side, Kaleo Dade. Drops it off for Cameron Worley. Working against Caden Wilburn. Good spin move. Worley to the center of the lane. Puts up the shot. No good. Niemeyer's putback is good. George Niemeyer with 2. Here's Verdell on the far side. Gets it across the line with 7:15 to play in regulation. 11-point Van Far lead. Been there pretty much all night. Verdell. Pumps? No. Kaleo Dade, the rebound, gets it ahead to Callahan, who lays it in. 9-point Van Far lead. Here's Colin Wilburn to Caden. On the weave to Trey Miller. Miller, he takes it to the hoop and is fouled from behind by Cameron Worley. Trey Miller to the line. And a big fist pump from Trey Miller. He says yes. Cameron Worley's second foul. And the first shot for Miller is good. Trey puts it home, 35-25, back to a double-digit lead. Verdell drops back to match Callahan in the backcourt. Caden Wilburn stands at center court, and the shot is no good. Rebound, George Niemeyer to Kaleo Dade. Dade hands it off for Cameron Worley. Worley lost control, but got it to Niemeyer. He can't finish. Putback is good. Good recovery by George Niemeyer to make it an 8-point game. Here's Verdell. Cross the line on Gavin Dieters. Hands it off to Colin Wilburn. Wilburn and a reach-in foul on Callahan. And a 1-and-1 opportunity coming up for Colin Wilburn. 8th team foul in the third on Austin. So Wilburn to the line. First trip there for Colin tonight.
Yes, it is.
Nearly 2 minutes gone, minute 48 to be exact, here in the fourth quarter, and unable to hit the front half is Colin Wilburn. Rebound, George Niemeyer ahead to Gavin Dieters. Dieters hands it off to Cameron Worley. Into the corner for Callahan. Now back up top from the wing to the point. Back to the wing for Callahan. Couple of bounce steps. Niemeyer's put back, and we got a 6-point game. 35-29. Vanfar leads here in the final 5:45 of regulation. Could we be looking at overtime again?
Could be.
Here's Colin. Bounce pass down low. Verlin off the glass and good. And a timeout taken by Coach Pat Conaway. Probably a good spot for it. 37-29. Vanfar leads. 5:35 remaining in the fourth on TribCast.
Take your grocery list to County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia and save big on the foods and essentials your family loves. Savings every day throughout the store in every department, or let County Market do the cooking for you with signature fried chicken, roasters, sides, and desserts. And don't forget to use your Max card. They're free and available for instant use from your local County Market grocer in Louisiana, Vandalia, or shop anytime. Find recipes and more at mycountymarket.com.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryant professional stands ready to defend your home's comfort. Because when the temperature falls, Bryant turns up the heat efficiently.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, sparksheatingandcooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Baseline, Dieters gets it to Niemeyer. No, but a foul will send George Niemeyer to the line. I think that's going to be on Verlin. Is that
It'll be his third.
Third on Verlin Johnson with 5:20 to play. And Niemeyer's shot misses. That breaks a string of 2 in a row hit by George. So he's 3 of 10. Gets that one to go. 7-point game. Wilburn with it in the backcourt. Behind the back, Caden goes to get across the line on Worley. Hands it to Verdell Johnson working against Dieters. 5:08 to play. Here's Trey Miller back out to Caden Wilburn. Caden to Verdell Johnson. Lob pass for Trey Miller. Knocked away from him by Kaleo Dade, and the shot from the baseline's no good. And the rebound picked up by Caden Wilburn. To Colin. Big collision there between Colin, and he's out of bounds. No, a timeout taken by Coach Pat Conaway before he went out of bounds. That draws the ire of the Bowling Green fans with 4:47 to play. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2 on TribCast.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
The 10th season of TribCast basketball on thepeoplestribune.com is brought to you in part by Cole Chiropractic Center, Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Lumber Company, by Lynn's Heritage House, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and by Pike County Title Company. More high school basketball is coming up, celebrating 10 years of champions. This is TribCast.
Everybody's lighting up. Bowling Green student section did it. Vanfar student section did it.
I like lively student sections. It makes it fun.
Wilburn to inbound. Collin gets it to Caden for three, just short. Put back, Collin, no. Another put back, Collin Wilburn with 2 for the Indians. 9-point lead. Back the other way. Here's Dieters to Cameron Worley. Worley back to Dieters. To the far side, Austin Callahan works it in. Kaleo Dade. Dade hard off the glass and 2. 7-point.
He has 10 now.
Deficit for Bowling Green. To go from 2 to 10 in like the last 8 minutes, that's a pretty good turnaround of a night. Here's Trey Miller in the corner. Gets it out to Verdell Johnson at the point. 39-32, and a foul whistled. Is that against
Verlin Johnson?
Verlin.
That'll be his 4th.
They put it on the wrong side, I think. I know it's 4. And here we go. To the near side, Callahan. Back up top for Cameron Worley. Worley stripped and a foul. Going to be whistled on Caden Wilburn. So foul shots coming. The second foul on Wilburn. And the 10th team foul, so double bonus time for Bowling Green, and the first shot for Cameron Worley is long. Collin Wilburn came flying out. Not a 1-and-1, son. Double bonus. Second shot. And Wilburn got the rebound anyway. To Caden. Ball tipped around, picked up by Johnson. No, we're going to have a foul against the Bobcats. A little too much action on the floor, I think. Yep. And a 1-and-1 or a 2-shot foul, I think. Or no, that's just the 9th, yeah.
Wow.
And I think everyone wanted an explanation on that.
Yeah,
Third foul on Cameron Worley. And now the official that called it, talking to Coach McCann on the Bowling Green side. I understand you can't just come in there like a missile.
I don't know if it's clean.
Hitting the free throw is Verlin Johnson to make it an 8-point game. But you got to have a right to a loose ball, too. He hit them both.
If it's a loose ball, it's anyone's.
Here's Kaleo Dade. If I did that move, my wrist would break.
If I did any of these moves.
Oh, Callahan lost it. Got it back, goes to the floor, and a timeout taken. Van Far was able to get it back momentarily, just enough time for Coach Conaway to take a timeout. With 3:26 to go, the Indians lead the Bobcats 41-32 on TribCast.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
If you buy electricity from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, you're more than a customer. You're a member too. What does that mean? It means you have a say in how things run. It means you have equity in Quiver River when there's money left after expenses each year. It means that helping you save electricity is important because we're in this together. It means you have more than safe, reliable energy. You have power. You have people. Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those they serve. CUIVRE.com.
Here's Wilburn with it in the backcourt to Verdell Johnson. Johnson works against Starks, playing with 4 fouls. 3:15 to play. 9-point Van Far lead on the Bobcats, looking for some revenge. Here's Trey Miller. He traveled, yeah. Ooh, and a little chirping going on there, and now the referee caught him. Yeah, there was a bit going on there. All in good fun, though. Here's Dade on the far side. Kaleo goes to 4, picked up by Starks. Michael with 2:55 to go. Here's Kaleo Dade. And that pass is stolen by Trey Miller. We're going to chirp back after this one. Shot good and a foul. Oh, Trey did an excellent job waiting for the contact to come that time. Can we call entrapment on a foul? 43-32.
I think that's experience. That's having gone to state.
And the shot is good. 3-point play for Trey Miller and the Indians. 12-point game, 2:45 to go, and
they had it down to 6.
Yep. Kind of like the opposite of the girls' game, you know?
Yep.
That one. Ooh, nice. Cameron Worley. Little answer there. 10-point game. Still a lot of time left.
Oh, definitely.
2:25. Here's Verdell in the backcourt. To Colin Wilburn. Bounce pass for Caden. Across Trey Miller. Trey puts it in. Miller is taking control here. 12-point lead.
It is Miller time.
Here's Cameron Worley. Drops it in. George Niemeyer, and a foul going to be whistled on Dylan Miner with 1:58 to play.
That was the second. A minor foul on Dylan Miner.
Shot. No.
Oh.
He cannot buy one tonight. Oh, my goodness.
Having a rough night.
That is just, that is no love from the rim there.
Exactly.
No love at all. Second shot. Okay, he got a little kiss from the rim that time.
Yeah, in the fourth, he's been 50%. Misses the front, catches the back.
Verdell works past Starks.
Oh, wow.
A little lay-in by Dylan Miner this time. He didn't want to give me the second chance on the dunk there.
It was a good ball movement.
That shot no good. Put back. Oh, big block, but right out to a 3 for Worley. No. Trey Miller high for the rebound. Gets it off to Colin Wilburn. Had Miner ahead, didn't see him. We're down to 1:25 to go. Van Far going to win this game. Up by 13 with 1:20 on the clock. To Dylan Miner. And George Niemeyer fouls him. That's enough for some folks, I think. Dylan to the line. 4th foul on George. And the first shot is good.
Van Far has done very, very well from the line tonight. I mean, not exceptional, but they've done well.
They've done what they had to do.
There you go.
Second shot is good. Got
and
them both.
The fourth quarter, they've been straight up nails.
15-point lead, 1:15 to go. Where are you at? There you are.
I had to write down some free throws. Kind of forgot that was still a thing.
I think Kaleo Dade was fused into the ball there for a second. Had to be extracted from between his knees.
I tell you what, Bowling Green had some rough things, right? You know, when foul trouble for Michael Starks, then foul trouble for Kaleo. Oh my goodness, what happens then?
Yeah.
And I think that Bowling Green has found out that what they're going to have to do to deal with that should it happen.
Well, they
down the road.
It's almost like we said, the opposite of the girls' game. They just don't have the depth yet to this program. They've got a good 5.
Well, they have And they have a good bench. It's just the experience.
It's
just not enough experience yet.
That shot, Starks can't hit. Put back, yes, and a foul.
Wow.
Michael Starks.
Those are his first 2 points of the game.
And Coach Redding off the bench. Woo! The foul was on Vernell. Back-to-back fouls on Johnson. And the shot good. A 3-point play makes it a 10-point game. And maybe I spoke too soon. Bowling Green's still going to have to add a couple more points to this run. But there is a shot with a minute left. But they have to get the ball from the Indians. To the near side. Here's Caden Wilburn. Knocked away and out of bounds. Almost got it. Good work by Kaleo defensively to not take the foul and almost get the steal. Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame is coming up. Here's Wilburn. And he's fouled by Callahan. Is that 4 on Callahan or 3?
4.
2-shot foul coming. And the shot's no good. We'll have our winning coach, our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game, up here to talk about this revenge game between Van Far and Bowling Green, and he hits the second one to make it an 11-point game. Riley Coyle back in. 45 seconds to go. For Bowling Green, it all has to be 3. Here's Callahan in and out on that 3 attempt. Worley, no, but a foul going to be whistled on Verlin Johnson. And Jason Orr in full-on dance mode behind the Van Far bench.
And goodbye, Verlin.
That's his 5th.
Oh, I had credited somebody else with it.
So Johnson fouls out. Trayson Coyle back in the ball game. He got the start tonight, and the shot for Worley is good. Back to a 10-point deficit for the Bobcats.
13 points is how Verlin's night ends.
And the second shot is good as well. So single digits. 35 seconds to go.
Cam got both those right.
Yes, he did. Johnson to the near side for Trey Miller. Trey for Caden Wilburn over to the far side for Collin. Now to Trey Miller again with 15 on the clock. And Van Far going to get their revenge. Doesn't result in a trophy, but it has to make things feel a little better about last week. And here come the Van Far student section as we're down to 2-1. And that's it. Van Far 51, Bowling Green 42. We'll be back with the Bowling Green Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Astro and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Pike County Hospice provides specialized high-quality care and support to patients and their families facing a life-limiting illness. We offer love, hope, and dignity at the end of life by offering a team approach consisting of physicians, skilled nurses, social workers, spiritual counselors, home health aides, and volunteers. We provide respite care for family and loved ones and offer 24-hour-a-day access to a hospice team. Pike County Hospice reduces financial stress on families and provides bereavement care to loved ones.
The Pike County Health Department,
Neighbors helping neighbors.
B&B Automotive, home of the $25 oil change up to 5 quarts of oil, is an ASE certified inspection station and offers complete automotive service at a very reasonable rate. Family owned and operated, B&B features low tire prices with many brands to choose from. Stop by or call B&B Automotive in Bowling Green, 573-470-8170.
B&B Automotive, 812 West Main in Bowling Green.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we gotta bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Shucard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
It's time for the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. Brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out building projects.
Well, that was a very different game than the Bowling Green Tournament Championship from Saturday night, as Van Far wins this one at Bowling Green 51-42. And what they were able to do was just shut down Kaleo Dade, Michael Starks, and Cameron Worley for the most part until the game was into its final stages. And Kaleo was able to get something going there in the fourth. Bowling Green cut the deficit to 6 at one point, but Van Far just too many weapons tonight. They were able to get it back up to a dozen points and end up winning this game by 9 over Bowling Green at Bowling Green High School, much to the delight of their excellent student section here, as they went gold for the road game tonight. So let's take a look at our final scoring numbers, brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Kent Feeds, Ashgrove and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
All right. Well, it was Van Far that edged out, Van Far that edged out Bowling Green in that first quarter for an 8-5 lead. And then in the second, that's where the trouble really started. Van Far was able to hold Bowling Green to just 2 points while they went on to score 11 and take a 19-7 lead into the second half, where it was Bowling Green that managed a point back. They outscored Van Far 14-13 and then outscored them 21-19 in the fourth, but it was just never enough. Bowling Green tonight 10 for 21 from the free throw line, while Van Far was 17 for 26. For Van Far, for Bowling Green, it was George Niemeyer with 17 points tonight to lead things for the Bobcats. Kaleo Dade had 12 points, 6 for Cam Worley, 4 for Austin Callahan, and 3 for Michael Starks. And for Van Far, it was 13 points for Trey Miller, 13 for Verlin Johnson, 8 for Dylan Miner, 5 for Caden Wilburn, 4 for Verdell Johnson, 4 for Colin Wilburn, 3 for Sam Middleton, and 1 for Trayson Cowell.
And for Verlin to get 13 when I don't think he looked right all night long.
No.
You know, he just didn't seem like himself tonight, and still was able to score in double figures. That's just a testament to his talent out there.
Absolutely. He got 5 right off the bat, and then he was 4 for 4 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter, and had a field goal in addition. Had a basket in the third. He just chipped away at it.
All right, scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Kent Feeds, Ashgrove and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. We'll take a quick break, come back with our Community State Bank TribCast Player of the Game and our winning coach after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
And welcome back inside the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. We're joined by our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game. 13 points tonight for Trey Miller. Really came on there in crunch time at the end, scoring, let's see here, 6 of your 13 in the final 8 minutes. What was it? What was the difference about tonight's game than the game on Saturday night?
Well, usually we have a problem right out of the blocks. Usually starting out, we usually play flat, and in the second half we usually play well. Well, we played out throughout the whole game. We played pretty high intensity.
Second quarter, it was still a fairly close game. You hold them to just 2 points by Kaleo Dade. That was all they got in the quarter, and you guys go to halftime up 19-7. How important was it to shut down Kaleo and Starks in the first half?
Oh, it was very important.
And Worley at that.
They can come out at any night and score a whole bunch. We focused on our defense more than we did our offense.
That was evident. This was a low-scoring game. Offensively, you guys played for your looks a lot, kind of making sure that you were able to end possessions with points for the most part. And kind of playing into that move there in the fourth quarter where you slammed on the brakes and just waited for the contact to get the three-point play. That was that's just experience, showing you guys have been there in those big moments before. So I know you don't get a trophy, but does it feel good getting this one back?
Oh, yeah, it does. We're worried about a conference title right now, and we're feeling pretty good.
Well, congratulations on the victory. It was a fun one to watch from up here.
Thank you.
That's Trey Miller, our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game, 13 points tonight. Let's get Coach Pat Conaway in here. Coach, I'll start it the same way. Very different game than Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, much different. Trey kind of touched on it. That basically is what our plan was to come out and match their intensity. We just didn't do it Saturday night. They were hungry, and they came out and took it to us early, and we just weren't ready. But, let me step down, April, make it easier.
Well, now you're out of camera again. All right. So whenever, Kaleo was able to get something going, he'd chirp a little bit. He chirped on Trey Miller there. I got talked to, and then Trey comes right back and gets a big steal at the other end of the floor off of him. It's just, like you said, matching that intensity.
Oh, yeah, and like I said, Kaleo's a good kid. He just has fun out there. But, our kids are taught to keep that mouth quiet, and Coach and I will do the hollering, chirping, and, you just play hard. And that's what you do. If he gets a big play, you got to come back and make a play. I thought our kids did a great job. We only got rewarded with, I think, 1 charge. I thought we probably took 4 or 5 of them. And, just that willingness to step in front of a bull like that. And, hats off to our defense. Not real pleased giving up 35 in the second half when they didn't really do much different. But, they're big and they're strong and they kind of wore on us. But some ticky-tack fouls we had, we got to clean that stuff up. But all in all, it was a good win. And, we came out and we played the way we wanted to.
Well, and it's a testament to your depth as well. Bowling Green has, a solid 5. And maybe a six-man, 6.5 man. You guys can go 3 lines deep if you need to, and that's important this time of year when maybe the energy isn't quite there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we didn't go as deep with the line changes, like we have been because like I said, their 5's so solid. So we went matchup based, and we could bring 5, 6 kids in off the bench and plug them in with a mixed crew of starters and have a solid group out there.
Yeah.
And like I said, when it's that physical, the defense, it really helps us when we can keep fresh bodies in there. Dylan came in and played great.
Yeah, I butchered that dunk call. I was hoping he'd give me another chance, but he laid it in there at the end.
Well, and if Colin would have had his head up, you might have seen a thunderous one there because he was
even
wide open,
yep.
And Colin missed him. But no, and then he was having little block parties down there and just, clean up a little bit of the body, but, got a lot of swats down there, altered shots at the rim, and that's things he can do. He's got to keep him physical, and, if we could combine his mentality and Dylan's mentality and, keep them both together there, and gives us a nice punch there.
What do you got coming up?
Oh, we go to Mark Twain tomorrow night, which is going to be a tough game, another rivalry game, conference game. Then we turn around and play a good MMA team at our place on Monday. And then we turn around and play Wellsville on Tuesday. So our schedule is jam-packed. So we'll
all those snow days are coming back to haunt you a little bit.
And the bad thing is this is the only makeup. The other
Yeah.
ones are scheduled.
Yeah.
So so then we'll throw a little practice in, early Sunday afternoon and get them out so they can watch the Super Bowl. But, we got 6 games left in the regular season, and 4 of them are at home. So, that's going to be nice to get back and play some games at our place. So that's going to help us out. So.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll be over there for at least one of them, Coach.
Sounds good.
Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate everything you guys do, and it's a great day to be an Indian.
That's Coach Pat Conaway here in the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. April has taken off. I think she's cleaning up the entire gym at this point. So we'll wrap things up. We'll have more TribCast basketball for you next week. Boy, this was a fun night. Bowling Green wins the girls' game. Van Far wins the boys' game. And we'll say good night from Bowling Green High School right here on the peoplestribune.com. Good night, everybody.